What is going on? AFC's Roundtable channel. What a show that is about to happen. I just want to say first that we need to have a moment of honesty with everybody. I know everybody's a huge fan of their team and just likes to pump up their team a lot, but we need a moment of honesty from everybody on the table. And that's how I think we should start out. We already know what happened yesterday. Buffalo Bills losing to the New England Patriots. Didn't see that one coming. And the Miami Dolphins proving that they still cannot beat a team with a winning record. Now, I already know what this show is going to be about. It's going to be a lot of Dolphins fans crying about the referees. I already see that coming. I already see a lot of crying from Buffalo fans crying about the win now that they're 0-2 against the Patriots against the wind. But, you know, I was very conflicted watching the game because a lot of people know that me and Dan we share a special bond. Me and Bills Mafia share a special bond. Not anymore. That bond is broken. And I'm going to tell you, first of all, Richie, can you play that first video of Dan, please?
Sure thing, Tyson. Of course, because I was watching this live as well, and I couldn't stop laughing.
What clip is this, man?
Uh-oh. Hold on one second. We can pull it up. Why isn't it? There it is.
Oh, you thought the Bills.
Why isn't it showing up?
Yes.
Come on.
Come
Why
on,
isn't it pulling
Richie.
up? Yo, StreamYard, wake up. Play the clip. What the Okay, well, hold on. We're going to figure this out.
Up.
There we go. Is there?
I feel so blue ball right now.
The Dolphins.
Okay,
That's a good one.
bro.
Oh, you thought the Bills were gonna choke? You thought the Bills were gonna lose? And the Dolphins would be in first place tomorrow? Oh, you thought that we were gonna lose? Are you sad? Are you feeling like a little pussy in the comments? Are you doing that?
Come on, baby, let's go. So, I will say this, Dan. Shame on you, bro. Shame on you. You know, I thought we had a special bond. First, you take shots at Caleb Williams, and now you're over here gloating about barely sneaking by the New England Patriots when you didn't even sneak by at the end. Like, at the end of the day, man, I'm going to tell you what turned the tide for me was when Jack Jones hit Josh Allen square in the chest, and he flopped around like a fish out of water, bro. That was what turned it to me. Like, that is the most bitch shit I've ever seen from Josh Allen, bro. He's trash. He's a fraud.
I've been telling y'all for years.
And TD, I give TD a lot of slack for this, man. But he knew it. He knew it, and I just didn't want to see it. What I saw yesterday from Josh Allen is absolutely pathetic. And Bills fans, you're pathetic, bro. Blaming the wind again. Blaming injuries against a 1-5 team who has injuries out the wazoo. Even if we were at full strength, you should have beat us. And it's hilarious because you let Mac Jones, who a team that hasn't scored more than 11 points all season long, just bitch smack you up and down Gillette Stadium yesterday. And we dog walked you the entire first half. We wasn't even trying, and we were dog walking you. You're frauds. You've always been frauds. And you're going to continue to be frauds as long as Josh Allen is your quarterback, because that was a pathetic performance that y'all laid out there yesterday. I'm over here rooting for you. And then what turned the tide is when I see I'm like, man, I can't go down like that, man. I cannot go down like to Josh Allen flopping, bro. And that's what turned the tide for me. But Dan, go ahead, man. And Z-Bot, I know you guys want to talk about the game. Go ahead and speak on the absolute pathetic showing that is the Buffalo Bills. And by the way, the Patriots are now 2-1 in the division. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Z-Bot.
Oh, you want me to kick this off?
Oh.
Well, let's see. For starters, I'm 0-2 on the year. I've gone to 2 away games. Just so happen to be 2 away games for these Bills against 2 of the fellas in this chat. Well, 4 of the fellas in this chat. First game of the year against the Jets. Didn't think it could get much worse than that. And then, of course, I decided to go yesterday. Thank God the tickets were free. So I don't have to look back and know that I spent actual money on what I witnessed yesterday. I got to give a big shout out, though, to Gillette Stadium, Patriots. Incredible experience. I've only been to Patriot Place. Oh, yeah. Never been inside. Absolutely loved it. The tailgate was non-existent. I will say that. I don't know what's going on there. It was dead silent. But for the, to be fair, we had talked to some people and no one was confident. And why would they be, I guess? They had seen what the Patriots had been up until that game. But now all of a sudden we're watching these Bills, and it's becoming a trend here where the Bills should be playing a get-right game against an opponent. That opponent is actually the ones getting right. We're now watching the Giants bounce back against the Bills, gain some confidence. They followed it up with an in-division victory this past week. We watched the Jags, who had been struggling through the beginning of the year. They roll the Bills in England. They're on a multiple-game win streak now. They look like one of the better teams in the AFC. Now we're looking at the Patriots, who yesterday, that was by far their best performance on both sides of the ball this year. And like Tyson just said, that offense absolutely dismantled the Buffalo Bills defense yesterday. Injuries or not, it does not matter. The Miami Dolphins defense, for example, hasn't had the greatest year, and they still found a way to get it done against the Patriots and still held them to below 20 points. This Patriots team damn near scored 30 points yesterday against this Bills D. It does not matter who was in, who was out. I understand it, but everybody has injuries. There's no excuse for what we saw yesterday. It wasn't like they scored 30 and it was a fluke and they were given the ball on the 2-yard line or whatever. They ran a kickback. They went up and down the field, and they had a chance to redeem it all. Somehow the Bills have the lead with 2 minutes left. All you have to do is prevent Mac Jones and a New England Patriots offense that has been the laughingstock of the league through the first month and a half. You had to prevent that offense from going the length of the field and getting in the end zone. They did it with time to spare. And as I watched that in person, I knew wholeheartedly they were going to score. And there was still pessimism around me from the Patriots fans. And I guess I get it. But I told the guy sitting right behind me, he was an older dude. I said, bud, I've seen this movie 1,000 times. They're losing this game. Just you wait. And sure enough, luckily, I don't know, I can't speak for the entire Patriots nation, but fans around us were really cool. And I think they were as stunned as any of us. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm not stunned. I have watched these Bills do this 4 times this year. They have 4 wins. They should have 3. But as of today, the Bills have played 7 games. 4 of them have been abysmal. And I have no idea how to explain what they did week 2, week 3, and week 4. But as it stands, going into this Thursday night game, I don't understand it. The Bills are still somehow a 7.5-point favorite Thursday night against the Bucs. It makes no sense to me. Nobody should be laying a touchdown towards these Bills in any capacity right now. I don't know what's going on. Nothing's clicking. We have 3 weeks in a row where the Bills cannot muster more than 7 points in the first half. They come out and do nothing. The first throw of the game, Josh Allen interception. And people need to start realizing that Josh Allen, as much as he is the best player on this team, through the first month and a half here, these 7 games, he has been a big contributor to these losses. And a guy who we rely on to be the difference maker towards wins has been contributing towards losses as well. And when you have a defense that going into yesterday had played 6 phenomenal games and have put the team into position to win every single one of them, yesterday there was no help to be found until almost the 4th quarter. And that is now 3 consecutive games in which the Bills have done that as well. So my confidence is completely shattered. My excitement for the rest of this year is completely shattered. We have a game 3 days from now. Usually I'm getting all amped up for a primetime game. I'm not. I don't know what to feel other than I'm just sick. I'm sickened, and there really is just no adequate explanation for what these Buffalo Bills have done post the Miami Dolphins victory. Whatever they did that game, they must have exhausted every single ounce of whatever that was in the tank, left it there, never came close to refueling. So what the rest of the season has in store for us, I do not know. But there's a difference between an anomaly and a one-off and a trend. And I think when you have a 7-game sample size and 4 of the 7 games have been pretty much exactly what yesterday was, that's a trend to me. So congrats to the Pats. They outplayed the Bills in every capacity yesterday for damn near the entire length of the game. And if it wasn't for a fumble within their own 20-yard line, that game isn't remotely as close as it looked on the scoreboard. So right now the Bills should not be considered the team that everybody wanted to consider them to be after what we saw against the Miami Dolphins. And I'm the one who was preaching that as loudly as anybody, but I can't sit here today and have that same sort of mindset after what I have seen back to back to back weeks in addition to week one. This is some very upsetting football. And on top of everything, it's just not fun to watch either, too. This offense that was so entertaining, lights out, right, must-see TV, that is gone. And they haven't done a damn thing on the offensive side of the ball until all of a sudden they realize, oh, if we don't get it in gear, we're going to get blown out here by a team that has one win or a team that has 2 wins. So, Dan, I don't know how you feel, but I mean, that's just a small fraction of how I'm feeling right now. But to summarize it, the best I can, I could not be down worse. I mean, I have watched this team for my entire life, and I watched a team not make the playoffs for damn near 2 decades. And I think right now, knowing the talent that this team has and knowing what they were supposed to do, watching what is unfolding has me about as down bad as I've ever been as a fan. And we have seen some dog shit football from these Buffalo Bills over the last quarter century.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Z-Bot hit the nail on the head right now. All I know is that once Monday Night Football is over with, I better not see a single power rankings with the Buffalo Bills in the top 10. Seriously, I better not see a single power ranking with the Buffalo
That's right.
Bills in the top 10.
That's right.
I am going to.
You hear that, Ryan?
Hey, listen, Miami. Hey, I got something for you a little later, too, so don't worry about it. The entire
We in
AFC
the top 10, though.
fraudulent. Every single one of them. Anyway.
Don't you dare start, Dan. I'm on you.
Okay, we'll get there. But listen, it's definitely been a wild thing. I've never really been one to go out there and be like, okay, listen, I want to get rid of our offensive coordinator, right? I haven't. I have been a Ken Dorsey truther. I have been a Ken Dorsey defender for weeks and weeks and weeks, and even into last season, I have been. But the more that I look at it, this guy is probably one of the most vanilla offensive coordinators I think that I have seen in my damn life. His route concepts are absolutely delusional. His formations are literally telling the defense exactly what we are going to do. There is a level of it's so predictable. It is so predictable. And even a fan just simply watching the game knows exactly what the Buffalo Bills are trying to do each and every single time. The Bills go out there and we attempt to draft a tight end in the first round. First game of the entire season that he was ever used. It just still seems that Josh Allen thinks the offense is only Stephon Diggs, literally just zeroing in on him 30, 40 yards downfield when he has things wide open underneath. Now, I'm not saying that it's on Ken Dorsey 100%. I'm not saying that it's on Josh Allen 100%. But if you were to give a take on either of that, you are correct. Listen, the whole, oh, man, it's the OC. It's the OC. That doesn't pack as much of a punch when you have a veteran quarterback. Seriously. And Josh Allen is a veteran quarterback. That first play of the damn game, literally just throwing a dot to the ops. First play of the damn game. First play of the damn game. He
you back too, and it's like you don't even understand what he was what it in his mind was going to be.
I do.
Just literally right in the chest to Peppers. Right in the chest to Peppers. So there's a couple of things like we've seen what this offense can be week 2 through week 4. We've seen what they can be. And I've been trying to sit here and say, oh, this is like the Bills' average lull. This happens each and every single year. I've seen this movie before. We're going to get hot at the right time. But nothing I have seen from, like Z-Bod said, 4 out of the 7 games is making me steer away from the fact that this might very well be what the Buffalo Bills are. Dawson Knox is having wrist surgery, so he's gone. And not only was he one of Josh Allen's favorite.
Ooh, for real?
Well, I mean, now we have to go with Dalton Kincaid, a rookie who looks great.
That bums ain't making the playoffs.
But I'll tell you what. Here's the deal. We are 1 game out of first place. And quite frankly, I could give a shit about the division. Seriously, I could give a shit about
You're conceding the division, Dan.
You already know. You know what time it is.
The only thing I want from this team, because listen, not a single team in this division is a Super Bowl team. I think all of you can agree with that. And even Patriots fans can agree with that. Not a single team that you are watching on this panel right now is a Super Bowl team. Not a single damn one of them. All right?
Well, Dan, I'm curious.
All I want for the Buffalo Bills to do is just to get to the dance and get hot at the right time. Because, we have 3 we've won the division for the past 3 years. That's all great, but we know what happens in the playoffs. What needs to happen for the Buffalo Bills is to not shoot themselves in the damn foot like we have been so regularly this damn season, and muster away another 7 to 8 wins and get in and get hot, healthy at the right time. This is exactly what I'm going with this. I'm speechless.
Well,
I'm
well,
speechless.
before we get into the next segment and hear from everybody else, I do want to show you guys the odds presented by BetUS, the proud sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable, guys. If you guys want to check out BetUS, again, they are the official sportsbook partner of the AFC East Roundtable, not just today, but for the entire season, folks. And if you guys want to click that link that's pinned in the chat, you'll get a 125% sign-up bonus. So if you ever want to place some bets on a sports book, go over there to BetUS. They do a great job. And looking at the odds right here, folks, these are the odds for the AFC East title. You
Anybody
got
negative?
the Miami Dolphins in the lead, TD. Don't you
That's
worry.
right.
They're still
That's
in the
right.
lead at minus 165. They are the favorites to win the division. Now, the Buffalo Bills are right behind them. Their odds are at plus 180 to win the AFC East. The New York Jets at plus 900, being a game and a half back from the Miami Dolphins in first place.
Easy
And the
money,
New England
Richie. Easy
Patriots-
money.
Oh, we're going to get into that, Ryan.
That's
Don't you worry.
value.
And then the New England Patriots are at plus 5,000. So, folks, everybody in the chat, Dolphins fans, you're so confident you're going to go win the division?
Must not be
Go put
updated.
your money where your mouth is. Go put your money where your mouth is right now. Bills fans, you have an opportunity. And Jets fans, that plus 900. Ooh, it's looking pretty spicy. But, hey, guys, reminder, please bet responsibly. But make sure you guys check out BetUS, the official sportsbook sponsor of the AFC's Roundtable. And, of course, we got a Monday Night Football game tonight. If you guys want to play some bets, BetUS is your place to place your bets, baby. Shout out to BetUS again for being the official sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. Those AFC East odds are very interesting.
Global, what's your thoughts, man?
It's why I got them shades on, dog.
Hey, buddy.
What's those shades
Hey,
for?
buddy. I'm feeling very light today. I'm feeling very calm today. And you know what that means? That means I come posing gifts. That's exactly what that means. So, hello, Dan. Hello, Z-Bot. I have a little something for you guys. All right, here. You guys can decide who gets which ones. Here you go, Dan. This one's for you. Right here. Oh, it says Super Bowl champions. Just in case anybody forgot. That one's for you, Dan, okay? That one right there. That one's going to be for you. And then Z-Bot, this one's going to be here for you. And maybe you guys can share with the other Buffalo fans. Just these are for the tears that you guys were crying during this game. So I come bearing gifts. I was thinking of you guys during the loss, so I will ship those off to you guys later. But no, now that I'm done trolling, what a freaking game. Now, look, I was on earlier in the week talking with Dan, right? And I told him, I was like, with how the Patriots are playing, this is the type of game where Oprah Winfrey's gonna be there. You get an interception, you haven't popped off yet in the league. You're a rookie. Oh, well, come on over here to Boston. We'll help you pop off. I mean, they did that to Dalton Kincaid, but at the end of the day, the team that popped off, the team that was given a gift was the New England Patriots. Everything we wanted to see from this team is exactly what they did in this game. And to do it against the Buffalo Bills, a team that, let's be honest, they play the Patriots harder than any other team in the league. Between their coach, between Josh Allen, they always play the Patriots harder than any other team. They game plan against the Patriots harder than any team, and that did not showcase itself today. I loved what I saw from the Patriots. Finally, I thought that opening drive offensively looked absolutely amazing. They included motion, they included misdirection, they included quick passes. And because of that, I think this offense became a lot less one-dimensional, right? It wasn't so predictable, which helped open up this team significantly, but I think also helped Mac Jones significantly, and I'll talk about him in a second. But thank you, Bill Belichick, for finally giving an adequate offensive line that we've been asking for this entire season long. I mean, for 7 straight weeks, a different offensive line, and it took you this long. It took you 7 weeks to figure out what was the best offensive line. Dude, I could have told you in my sleep. My grandma doesn't even watch football. My grandma could have told you what the best offensive line was. Thank you for putting Michael Onwenu over at tackle. Thank you for benching Antonio Mafi. And as long as this line can stay healthy, this is going to be the Patriots' best option. And if there was one statistic that I could share with you guys to prove that the Patriots finally turned it around in this game, and will they continue to turn it around? That's the biggest question. But at least for this game, they did. And the Patriots O-line allowed just a 21.7 overall pressure rate, while the Pats had a 48% success rate on the ground. Usually those numbers are flipped. Usually they only have about a 21% success rate on the ground with a 48% allowed pressure rate. So for them to flip the scripts today, I thought was absolutely spectacular. They played complementary football. For the offense to drive down the field on that first drive, they didn't punch in the end zone, but they still were able to put up 3 points. Then that Jabril Peppers interception, and then for them to drive down the field with that interception, with that turnover, and put up another 7 points and make the game 10-0 early on. This is what we've been asking for all season. Take care of the ball, be smart, complementary football, and stop being such a one-dimensional offense. We saw that. I thought Mac Jones played a stellar game, an 83% completion rate, 25 out of 30, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and was sacked once. Did he play a perfect game? No, I thought there were some passes for sure that Mac definitely wanted back. But you know what? At the end of the day, he did exactly what we asked him to do, and exactly what I've been telling you. Keep Mac Jones pressure free. At least give him an average offensive line, and he's going to get through his reads. He's going to get through his throws. And I think his internal clock is still messed up. That's going to take some time to still fix, if it's ever going to get fixed. But at the end of the day, this was easily a step in the right direction, and the Patriots cooked in every single phase. And like Zbot said, like Dan said, this game wasn't close. And people are going to try to say it was closer than it was. And that's the one gripe that I'm going to put on the Patriots, is that they do not know how to tackle. And if you want to know how to tackle, I did post a video over on TikTok. You guys can check that out. I did give you a tutorial on how you are supposed to tackle. So hopefully Patriots, the coaching staff and Patriots Nation, they see that video so that going into next week against Miami, we do know how to tackle. Because of those missed tackles, because of those stupid penalties late in the game, this ended up being a much closer game, to the point where the Patriots did have to drive down the field and actually score a touchdown in order to win this game, despite for the majority of this game, the Patriots being ahead by 2 possessions. So we'll see if they can continue this going forward, but they did exactly everything that Patriots Nation has asked them to do offensively, between motion, becoming less predictable, getting certain guys involved, not playing Juju as much, not playing Devontae Parker. This is exactly what we've been asking. If they can continue to do this going forward, I'm not saying we're a Super Bowl team. I'm not saying we're a playoff team, but this team is not as bad as everybody's saying.
Let me just say one more thing to back up Global for all you little filthy casuals up in the comment section. Talk about, well, they ruined Caleb Williams. You don't get Caleb. Listen, the Giants won yesterday. The Broncos won yesterday, and the who was the other team? The Bears
Broncos
won yesterday.
Giants,
So
Bears.
we didn't go up or down. Okay. At the end of the day, this is what really happened. Dante Scarnecchia was in the building. We inducted him into the Patriots Hall of Fame, something that neither of your teams have, a Hall of Fame. And he was the offensive line, the guru. And it's funny, as soon as he sat in that box with his beautiful red Hall of Fame suit on, the offensive line got magically fixed with Michael Onwenu on the right side, helping Mac Jones. Listen, I'm not a Mac Jones fan. I'm tough, but I'm fair. At the end of the day, the offense looked really good yesterday. As far as the Patriots go, Belichick with the whole contract extension, I was listening to a little bit. I don't know if it's really true or not, but at the end of the day, that's my fucking coach, man. Listen, I gave him so much shit, but that's the Belichick, bro. That's the Belichick that I remember. And I think his ass was on the firing line and he needed to go out there and prove a point. And he proved his point. He can still coach. Now he's not a GM. Now I want him stripped of his GM duties. But if that's the coach that we're going to get week to week in Foxborough, then he can stay as long as he doesn't have any say in the personnel decisions. But y'all got outcoached by the GOAT, Bill Belichick, who I've eviscerated this entire season. Now listen, I'm gonna say this, and the last thing I'm gonna say. The Bills game, you got my curiosity. You beat Miami next week. Now you got my attention. But at the end of the day, the Patriots didn't really lose anything yesterday as far as draft capital goes, because all the other bum shitback teams ended up winning it too. So it was a win-win. But at the end of the day, Dan, our friendship is done. I'm done with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can still be cordial. But as far as me lapping up, and by the way, people really believe that I was really hyping up the Bills, that I was doing that from the kindness of my heart. It's a Dolphin thing. I know it just pains the Dolphins fans for me to get on my knees for Josh Allen.
Ooh.
But after Josh Allen was on his knees flopping like the little fish turd that he is, hey, there ain't no more Josh Allen over here. He's trash, bro. And I'm glad we need to put those shirts back out too. The Josh
out.
Allen is trash merchandise because he was trash. And one more thing before we go to Doug Lee and Ryan and get their takes about the Buffalo Bills, man. Josh Allen ain't been the same since you know who left.
D-ball.
We all know who is down up there in New York. Is Josh Allen really that great of a quarterback, or I don't know, or does he need an offensive coordinator to make him look
quarterback?
System quarterback.
Well, I've been telling y'all for years.
Oh,
I've been telling y'all for years.
Hey, man, if week 1 didn't tell you something. Well, Ryan, let's get to your thoughts about that game, the Bills, Patriots.
Yeah, I'll admit I'm happy it happened because it knocks the Bills back just a little bit. I think there's some real concern with the Bills. Obviously, losing Trey White and Milano, I think, has impacted that team significantly, and I don't know if it's going to get any better the rest of the way out. They do have a pretty tough remaining strength of schedule of the Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Buffalo has a .554 remaining strength of schedule. Miami just behind them with .53. Jets are sitting at a 500 remaining strength of schedule as of today. So they have the toughest road to get to the playoffs. So they'll have to, play better, not play like that against the team that I think, which is weird to say because obviously the Jets lost to the Patriots too. But I feel like the Patriots are the inferior team more often than not when going head to head with the Bills. So I was a little surprised that I guess the Patriots did that well.
Don't be surprised.
How about you, Doug?
I was surprised. I thought the Patriots were kind of like falling apart, and then I saw the Bill Belichick rumor, and I was like, they're going to win this game, aren't they? Like it just felt like something was going to happen. And then as the game was going on, I'm thinking to myself, because any real Dolphin fans thinking about that Sunday night game, I'm like, can we pull it off? And is our defense good enough to stop them? And then when the Bills lost, I was like, all right, less pressure on me and the team to stay in first. But yeah, I didn't think, though I was watching it, I'm like, all right, Josh Allen is still Josh Allen in the aspect of he is very hard to sack. Like he is very hard to sack. But man, his decision making, maybe it was Brian Daboll. Maybe he was the reason why he went from playing so bad with his decision making to all of a sudden you add Stephon Diggs, you add Brian Daboll, and he got really good. I don't know, but hey, hats off to the Patriots throwing a game winner to a former Miami
Mike
Dolphin.
Gesicki.
Hit that gritty, baby.
He needs to work on that.
That's still ain't gritty.
They called him out on the telecast. Like, worst gritty I've ever seen.
Let me say this about this game, if I may. Listen, the Buffalo Bills offense is very predictable, and this is why I said it before the season began, and it wasn't even more about the Jets or anything. It was just me looking at the Buffalo Bills that they're not winning the division this year. Okay? Now, sitting at 4-3, being behind the Dolphins, at this point, is there still a chance for them to win the division? Of course there is. There's so many more games left to be played. The Buffalo Bills could go on a run, and they could figure things out as they are the 3-time division champs heading into the season. But looking at the Buffalo Bills offense, this is it. You know what you have to rely on? Josh Allen to be a superhero. If he's not a superhero, the Bills are not doing anything. I mean, the only success that the Buffalo Bills have offensively with Josh Allen is him rolling out of the pocket and throwing an 80-yard bomb to Stephon Diggs, and Stephon Diggs got to drag 8 defenders with him into the end zone. There's no run game. There's no complimentary football. There's no simple stuff of moving the offense down the field, a nice methodical drive. Sustainable, week in and week out, right? The past 3 weeks, let's not just make it about this game against the Patriots, guys. They go into London, they lay an egg against the Jaguars, and you're like, okay, the Jaguars are a good team. That was a tough L from the Buffalo Bills. And then they go up against the New York Giants, right? And on Sunday Night Football, they were a 1 yard away from losing that game. They escaped it, right? Everyone was like, a win is a win. Where's the only loss column? It's not there, right? But Buffalo Bills fans, they won that game, but they did not feel good about it. And then they go up against the Patriots. That's 3 straight weeks we're talking about. This isn't just a 1 week thing like, oh, it's a fluke. And then any AFC East game, doesn't matter the opponent, doesn't matter who's versing each other, doesn't matter what record's what, it's always going to be competitive. And we're going to get into the Dolphins later, right? But they lost to a 5-1 team. The Bills, they lost to a 1-5 team. Big difference. Big time difference. Now, the Buffalo Bills, man, you got a lot of things to figure out. Now, the injury excuse, don't want to hear it. Do not want to hear any injury excuse from anybody in this division, to be honest, because of what the Jets are dealing with. We're not making any excuses. We have our backup quarterback throughout the entire season. Offensive line's banged up everywhere. Cornerbacks are injured everywhere. Listen, man, that's what we got to deal with, and that's what we got to deal with. So injuries are part of the game, and the good teams are the ones that can overcome that. But the reality is, man, very impressed with the New England Patriots. I'm someone that completely believed that they were going to get that first or second pick because I just see the talent on the team.
Oh,
I see Mac Jones that just doesn't know what he's doing, and I've been a hater for the Patriots. I definitely have been. But I was very impressed. That was the New England Patriots that, you always are worried about. Oh, they're going to be in every game. They're going to figure out a way to just make you sick, right? That just brought me flashbacks like, that's why I fucking hate the Patriots my whole life. That's why. Right there. You see that? That was it. That was the game. Why I hate the Patriots forever, okay? So congratulations to Patriots fans because you guys deserve that win. I know what it's like to be in a season where half the fan base is saying, tank! Half the fan base is saying, tank, let's go and compete. Let's go on a run and go for a wild card. I know exactly how that feels like. So a win like this does a lot for the fan base, especially when the draft situation doesn't really move a lot. So big win for the Patriots, especially within the division. And it does make me feel a little bit better about the Jets losing to the Patriots. I will end it off with that. So congrats to the Patriots. Bills, woo! I cannot wait to see you in Buffalo in a few weeks. That's all I'm going to say. TD?
Listen, man. I've been telling y'all for years, man. It's been years I've been telling y'all. That fraud bum is a fraud bum. When are y'all going to realize he's not a bad quarterback? He's actually one of the good quarterbacks in the league. But he just dumb sometimes. Let's just call it what it is. I don't know what it is. He can't shake the dumb moments. He starts the game the way that he started it. Josh Allen, man, he's going to be the beginning and the end of the Buffalo Bills. You know what's ironic? You know whose career he's going to have? A good quarterback. Nope. A good quarterback, but never can win nothing. And it's the one person that's always slobbering about him and always drooling over him. No, Tony freaking Romo. That is what he's going to end up being for your franchise. A guy who wins all these regular season games, gets you to the first and second round, and that is it. And maybe one day, 15 years from now, y'all will get a nice young man like Dak Prescott to take you through it again. That's exactly what's going to happen to Buffalo. Your window is closed. And I told y'all last year was the last year for your window. And I told you that you would still be competitive, but unfortunately, you won't have enough to get over the hump. Now, to be honest with you, you exceeded expectations early in the season because you were still an intact team. You guys cannot survive with the injuries you've already sustained. Those key playmakers are everything for your roster. Y'all not making the playoffs. I told y'all that. You are not making the playoffs. Y'all are going to be on the outside looking in with about 8 to 9 wins when you look up and it's all said and done. Watch what I tell you, and I am not trolling. Dead serious. Y'all going to end up without like 8 or 9 wins. You lost to the Jets and the Patriots.
Hey,
not one. Not one. No. I'm going to give y'all props, Richie, and I'm going to give y'all props, Patriots, in just a second. But y'all got to put that in the context. They're supposed to be the team to beat in the AFC East, and they lost to both of you guys. Now, we lost to Buffalo. That doesn't say much either. But at the same token, when you look at the overall gist of the season, Buffalo can be beat by anyone. And now I have zero concern about that last game of the season when they come to Miami. I literally have zero concern about them because I don't see the path for them to actually get better unless at the trade deadline something miraculous happen. And I don't think they have the capital and things to really make something shake like that. So I really don't see the fear in the Buffalo Bills. Just a terrible game. And let me tell you, I went live to enjoy that game. I went live in the fourth quarter to enjoy y'all fall. Now let's get to the Patriots as a segue of me going live in that game. Boy, Bill Belichick is he a master, boy. He playing this tank like no other. Bill Belichick is playing this tank like nobody ever seen. Bill Belichick was literally up by 12. He said, them bums around the league, we don't know if they gonna win. Just let Buffalo win. Buffalo came back from a 12-point deficit and took the lead. Then somebody whispered in Bill Belichick's ears, "Do you know the Bears won? All the one-win teams won?" Belichick said, "Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go. Let us show them what time it is. Let me get this one under my belt in Division One. They've been trying
number
to
300 too. Number 300 regular season wins.
They've been trying to fire me and don't know I got a new contract with you, and I got the bag. I'm getting this Shula record. That's all that was." And Belichick went and said, "Hey, Gesicki, let's get it done." And Gesicki fake gritted on y'all, man. But let me say this, man. I'm about to make a bold proclamation.
Uh-oh.
Be very careful, TD.
I'm about to be, maybe I should be careful, but I'm about to make a bold proclamation.
I know where this is going.
First of all, the first proclamation is Buffalo's going to end up fourth in the division. They're going to end up fourth in the division. Next proclamation, the Patriots might even make the playoffs. Oh, my God. Y'all need to go look at these bums' schedule. They might make the playoffs. Two more significantly easier. If you go look at their schedule, I see at least 7 winnable games, but they got 4 games that if they get 1 or 2 upsets, they can.
Especially this week for the Patriots.
10, 11 wins. That could be 10, 11 wins. So, man, stop that, Richie. Now, we lose to the Patriots.
But in all seriousness, TD, we do have to have a conversation, though. We do have to have a conversation that the AFC East.
That's Wednesday.
The AFC East is open,
no,
ladies
it ain't.
and gentlemen.
No, it ain't.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No,
it is.
No, it's not. No, it's
yes,
not.
It is.
Honestly, who wants to win a division?
Record?
It is open for all 4 teams.
But at the end of the day, Richie, everybody in this division are frauds, bro. Do you really honestly believe whoever wins the division is going to go far in the playoffs?
I don't give a damn.
Honestly,
Get Aaron Rodgers back. That's an entirely different team.
Hey,
we are.
First of all,
okay, my bad. If Rodgers comes back for the Jets, we're having a different conversation. But until that conversation happens and he actually comes back, I'm not entertaining that idea. With respect to Ryan, but the only real team right now that I can even take seriously is the Jets. Ryan and Richie, you're correct. But at the end of the day, the Bills and the Dolphins, no one's going to take them seriously from here on out. And there's no reason to.
That's a perfect segue to the Dolphins, isn't it, Tyson?
That is a perfect segue. So I'll open it with this, and then we'll get to TD and Doug. We're gonna start them off, but let's say this about the Miami Dolphins. In 8 days, it will reach 400 days since Tua and the Miami Dolphins have beaten a team above 500. The Chargers are 2-4. They can't even claim the Chargers victory no more. It's the same shit. And I already know what Dolphins fans are going to do because it's been like this for the past 24 hours. They're going to blame the referees. They don't want to talk about how Tyreek Hill dropped that ball, right? We're not going to talk about how one of your players literally had his hand over the ball, or how that trash bum, what's the offensive lineman called, TD? I was watching your live stream yesterday. I can't even think of his name.
Cotton.
How he false started.
Lester Cotton. No, the holding on that bum.
Or how Tua underthrew another wobbly little noodle arm ball right into for an interception that could have changed that game.
One pass
that lost the game,
and then the Eagles at the end of the game, kneel it out when they should have won 38-17, right? Because we all know McDaniels only left. And you know what the most satisfying thing about that entire game is, other than Dolphins fans crying about referees and how they were robbed when them hypocritical Finn fans didn't say a damn thing when in week 2 when we got robbed, and the Jets how the Jets got robbed. Did you see the Colts game yesterday? Did you see the Colts and Browns game? They got robbed, didn't they? Every team is getting robbed. It's not. This is not a Dolphins thing. The league doesn't have it out against the Miami Dolphins. I hate to tell you, Dolphins fans, this. But you know what the most disgusting part of that game is? Was when Mike McDaniels, y'all were down by 14 points, game virtually over. Y'all know it. And again, he doesn't protect Tua. He leaves him out there to take those sacks. You know why? Because he's more focused on Tua stat padding his little noodle arm ass up into that MVP conversation that he completely took him out yesterday, out of the MVP conversation. I don't want to hear a damn thing about the Miami Dolphins until they beat a real team. Now you're going to go play the Patriots. You'll most likely beat us. Most likely you will, and you should beat us. And you should beat us. Don't worry, I'll be rooting for the Patriots. But you should beat us. But then in the 2 weeks, you play the Chiefs, the number 1 seed, the Taylor Swift Bowl, and you're going to get your ass whooped again against the real team. The Miami Dolphins are the biggest frauds in this division other than the Buffalo Bills, because at least Buffalo knows how to win good teams. The Dolphins can't beat good teams, and the Bills can't beat bad teams. Now, which formula would you rather want heading into the playoffs? Would you rather be able to beat the bad teams or be able to beat the good teams? Because who's in the playoffs? Good teams. Now you ask me again who you trust more, Buffalo or Miami. And then we'll get back to me. Now, TD, I'm gonna warn you, bro, because I know you're gonna say some bullshit. Be very careful, because I watch your live stream and I clip the ever-living shit out of your live stream. So tell us your real. I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm extending an olive branch here. Be honest. Be honest. Because if you're not honest, I have 2 clips queued. I have 2 clips queued that will completely destroy what I think we're about to say. And it's right out of your mouth.
He disappears.
So, TD, think about it. Think about it, TD. I'm going to let Dougley do his thing. Dougley, what's your thoughts, bro?
Ooh, TD, man.
Stay off of my streams, bro.
I was watching that live stream last night too. You were heated. So and I saw Master in there too with the eyes in the camera. So I'll give you time. I'll give you time to digest and really pull your thoughts together. That game, it sucked, right? Obviously the ref, it's been, and I even said when I did my post game, right? Bills, Giant fans, Jet fans, Browns fans. The rest have been horrendous all year. It wasn't even just the Dolphins game, but to sit back and see 10 penalties for Miami and 0 for the Eagles, it sucked. It did suck. So, like I said, Jet fans, I know how you guys felt against that Chiefs game, because there was points in the game where those penalties did hurt drives we had going. We had a nice first down run where Raheem Mostert brought back on a phantom holding on Julian Hill. We had some other penalties that weren't called that would have definitely helped us. But that being said, happened to all teams, and the Miami Dolphins still fumbled the bag. Going into the fourth quarter, you're down by a touchdown. Looking at the final score, you see 31-17. You think, oh, they got dog walked. They got beat, this, and that. 24-17. Marching down the field on their 24 with the possibility of tying the game. The Dolphins were in that game. The Dolphin defense, which was one of the weakest parts of this team, going into this game after watching the Patriots beat the Bills, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if our offense can keep up with their offense against our defense, because I know the Eagles have a good defense. Our defense isn't that good. They're going to be scoring like crazy. Can we keep up? Our defense actually did their job. We had a pick 6 off of a tip pass from Kader Kohu. Our defense was holding them. It was the offense that let us down. It was the offense that, as we're moving, we had nice runs with Raheem Mostert. Stopped running the ball. We had some cute plays from Mike McDaniel with an end around, tossing it to Cedric Wilson Jr., and then him throwing the ball. We tried to get too cute at the wrong times. And then, unfortunately, Tua, pressure in his face, off his back foot, tries to throw a throw-up ball to a running back, intercepted. Regardless if it was PI or not, it was still an underthrown ball, intercepted at the wrong time. It's the same thing that happened in Buffalo when we were a score away and he throws a dumb interception. Tua has to get these dumb interceptions out of his system because he's thrown at least one a game. We lost. We own up to the loss. I'm happy with the fight that we had, and I'm happy that we were still in the game in the fourth quarter. But like you guys said, we want to compete. We want to get into the playoffs. We want to win this division. We got to beat the Chiefs. We got to beat the Bills, the Cowboys, the Ravens. We got to beat the good teams. And they didn't. So you know what you do? You lick your wounds. You move on. You forget the game. Patriots, Chiefs, bye week. After the bye week, Jalen Ramsey's back. We get Teron Armstead back. Devon Achane is back. We get all of our players back, and then we're full strength for that run. It just sucks that we lost the way we did on the national TV.
Man, Doug, broke it down well, man. Sorry for your loss to you, Doug. Come on now.
Let's hear from the Bills fans. What did y'all think?
TD fence talk. Tyson ran away, so I think now's your time, TD. But okay.
And so I'll step in, and then I'll let TD have the final word. I mean,
there's no final word. We're just getting started then.
Oh, yeah. No final word. I mean, as far as I really think it's time to have a conversation that the Dolphins offense is not as good as literally everybody has been painting them out to be. All right. I mean, you look at their two losses, once against a Buffalo Bills defense that was fully healthy, right? What was it, Z? Was it 20 points? I think it was 20 points on that. And then last night against the Philadelphia Eagles, another top-tier defense. And the offense only accounted for 10 of the 17 points that they put up all night. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and die on that hill where I say I think all of the teams in this division, as hyped up as they were going into the season, are not nearly as good as everybody was projecting them to be. And don't feel bad about that, because you know why? I mean, I'm having a very difficult time naming 3 teams in the AFC alone that are objectively good, that are an objectively good football team in the AFC. So much hype was surrounding around this conference, and I'm just not seeing it. Football has been really weird this year. But, I mean, my biggest takeaway, I think that it may not be true, but I think that this is a good time to start the conversation that the Dolphins offense might not be anywhere near as good as people thought that they were.
I mean, their offense were playing at a historic clip, so that's where it comes down to, that they kind of got grounded a little bit. But, I mean, I don't want to give my full thoughts. I know, TD, this is your team. You haven't spoke yet. I know that we got other people to get to. I mean, I'd love to speak.
Richie.
Who?
You're a fraud, Richie.
I'm a fraud. Am I?
You're a fraud.
Oh, now
listen,
that
I'll
say
give
that?
my take. Let me give my take.
Oh,
I don't
you
need
just
no
woke
video.
up a beast, though. Continue.
You ain't got to play no clip. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm losing my voice.
He knows it. Well, okay. Well, ZD, are you okay over there, buddy? You sure you want to give your take? Tyson's not here. He can't clip you.
Play the clip.
All right. Don't play no clip.
I mean, I can go. I can go
listen.
in right now if you want me to, because
All
I got a
listen,
lot
man.
to say.
All right, here's the reality, okay? First of all, Dan, you're wrong, because y'all thought y'all didn't see us being 5-2. If anything, you probably saw us being 4-3 right now. We're 5-2, so we are actually exceeding the expectations that most of y'all probably had for us in the beginning. So I know we started out fast and we've been going crazy, so the expectations immediately changed, and that's why this high expectation for us is there. But I'll say this: the Dolphins got a lot of work to do, because I know that the Eagles did push us around a little bit in that game, but I'm going to be honest with you. I did see a little bit of fight in the defense that I hadn't seen all season. But as far as the offense, I'm not going to say that we're frauds, but what I will say is that it's almost one-trick pony-ish. I think that I feel like that's kind of official for us, because at the end of the day, Mike McDaniel, it's his responsibility to figure out how to create more offense outside of the system that we currently run. The Eagles did very similarly to what the Buffalo Bills did. They kept the safety net on the back end, even though Tyreek snuck behind him one time, which was good. But he kept the safety net on the back end and then brought everything forward throughout the game and reduced our yards after catch. We didn't have a good yak night. That really hurt us bad. Also, this isn't an excuse. I don't use injuries as an excuse, but our O-line wasn't great to begin with, but missing an entire 3-man side of the line, we're not going to have time to throw the ball. That's our bread and butter. If we don't have time to throw the ball, we're screwed. And we didn't have time to throw the ball, especially going against one of the better pass rushes in the NFL. Not only that, we couldn't run the ball just worth the lick. The 2 little nice runs we had was it. They absolutely obliterated our run game. And I know a lot of people will say, oh, they're just that good, but we didn't have our O-line. But a lot of those guys, they will be back. What I will tell you, though, is we need to go fix some issues at the cornerback position. This whole notion that we're rating on Jalen Ramsey, you better not wait until it's too late. Because I feel like the Miami Dolphins should move heaven and earth and go get Patrick Surtain and just say good riddance to Xavier Howard. He's dealing with the growing injury. And at the end of the day, last year he played through the growing injury and he was trash. I'm just going to call it what it was. Okay. This year he actually sitting out a game or two, or I don't know how long, for a growing injury. That made me feel like it's worse than last year for him to be sit. At least he played through it last year more. And to know that, I don't feel like we're going to get a good version of him when he is on the field. Because truth be told, he still gets toasted. Go get Patrick Surtain Jr., give up the house for him, screw them draft picks, and at the end of the day, because Denver say they open to anybody, I don't care if you overpay, because we need to be able to lock down that back end. I mean, they were connecting in double coverage. We didn't give them nothing deep all night. They had to connect in double coverage deep. And A.J. Brown is a beast, and you're going to go up against beasts in the playoffs. So you can't go up against no beast with no Deshaun Elliott and Kader Kohou. That ain't finna get it done. The better wide receivers, just like Stephon Diggs did, and those guys, they're going to abuse you every single game. So we got to get better in the secondary. I'm scared that David Long Jr.'s injury, being knocked out of the game, I hope that isn't lingering, because we need help in the middle. That presence is mightily needed. And I know what Tyson want to hear. He want to hear me talk about Tua. Well, at the end of the day, in my honest opinion, Tua didn't have a bad game. Tua actually had a solid game, in my opinion. The only thing that I say is he is who he is. In a game like this, where everything around him ain't perfect, you can't rely on him to pick up the bag and say, don't worry, I'm putting you on our back. Because he's a guy that's going to fit perfect in Miami's system when everybody's doing their job, and then he can do his at the max. Everybody wasn't doing their job. Even Tyreek was out here selling on us. And I give Tyreek a pass because he's done so much this year over that, hey, you got to live with a situation like that. Unfortunately, you'd hate to see that happen. But Tyreek sold, and I'm going to be honest, most people don't realize on that drop pass, he saw that safety coming full speed, and he miscalculated that he would have never got there. I think he just heard those feet. Yeah.
One thing you didn't bring up about evaluating Tua is something that you woke up, a realization you woke up with that you actually sent out on Twitter. Something that Tua didn't do that someone on the Jets did do last week that maybe factored into the Dolphins losing. Hey,
stop that.
I don't know.
I was trolling.
Quote from TD Finstock on X.
Loud and proud.
I woke up and realized Zach Wilson did what Tua couldn't, not turn the ball over against the Eagles.
I was upset. I was upset we lost, and I needed to blame everybody who wore Dolphin jersey.
Now, we can't praise Zach Wilson for what he does, but we can praise him for what he's not doing, and that's not turning the ball.
He ain't even get a touchdown. Ain't nobody kidding about that.
We don't need no touchdowns against the Eagles. Hey, first of all, let me start off with this. I never want to hear out of your mouth again, you lost to the Jets, because you know who your 2 L's are against?
It ain't going to be the Jets.
You know who your 2 L's are against? I'll allow you to.
2 teams that y'all won. 2 teams y'all beat.
2 teams that the Jets beat. Okay? You lost to the Jets. Right. You can't beat the teams the Jets can beat.
We
So
can beat y'all.
that's number one. Number two, I can't wait for Black Friday. Number three, listen, man. This is how it comes down to the Miami Dolphins. You can't win with finesse, baby. You got outworked in the trenches, which is why I liked how the Jets matched up against the Philadelphia Eagles, because we actually have that physicality. We have that defensive line. We have that offensive line. The Miami Dolphins, that's not their culture. That's not their foundation. They've been winning with the speed, which is elite, by the way, with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and A-Chain when healthy and Mostert, right? They've been winning with speed and finesse. But when you have to go up against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, which wins with grit and warfare in the trenches and just outworking your opponents, it's going to be a long day. And you saw what happens when you're outmatched physicality-wise, what it looks like in that game. Now, again, the big narrative around the Miami Dolphins throughout this entire week was they have not beat nobody. And this was the Miami Dolphins' opportunity to throw that narrative away. And the only thing that they did is prove it correct. Now, guess what? Season ain't over. Week-by-week league. You guys can go out there, get a big win against the Pats. You can go beat the Chiefs.
That's not a big win, Richie. Don't even say
I'm not saying that. I was fast forwarding to the Chiefs, saying that could be your win. Where Dolphins fans finally we got our win, right? It's a week-by-week league. This L against the Eagles is not going to completely ruin your season. But what it does do is it wakes up the minds around the AFC. It wakes up guys like the New York Jets, sitting there, by the way, just a game and a half from the Miami Dolphins. Oh, we ain't worried about no Jets. Here's the Dolphins fans in the chat. We ain't worried about no Jets. You know what I have to say about that, Ryan? Good. Keep thinking that way.
I have a question for...
What the New York Jets have proven, this is my last point, that we can compete with anybody. We can beat anybody. Not saying we will beat everybody, but the New York Jets can beat anybody on their schedule. They should have beat the Chiefs, and they beat the Eagles, the two teams that represented the AFC and the NFC in the postseason. So Miami Dolphins fans, good luck. Get healthy, because this is going to be a really, really fun ride for the rest of the year, baby.
I got one more question. I'm going to say this is my piece, and everybody else can give their thoughts. I got a question for Dudley. So I know you guys like to coin the greatest show on turf, like the 1999 to 99 Rams, greatest show on turf. When it looked like a damn canoe yesterday, you scored 10 points on offense. You had the number one rushing attack. And so how good is the Miami offense if they can't go up against the great defense? Because I remember that greatest show on turf offense that the Rams had, and they were stout until they played the Patriots in that Super Bowl in 2001. You know, how can you really call this Miami offense revolutionary? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people are saying, if you can't do it against an actual defense, Doug. Honest question. I'm not trolling. I just want to know your thoughts on that.
I don't like any, just so throw that, because I see where you're coming from, and I don't like any name. But to answer your question, there was a lot of drops and a lot of mistakes yesterday. And when you're playing a good defense, like you said, it's going to be, the Eagles, very good defense. We're going to be facing the Jets, a very good defense. Even the Patriots next week, they still have a very good defense. You can't have those mistakes. A lot of times when I make my preview video, that's one of the things I say. You can't make mistakes against these good teams, because then it comes back and it bites you in the butt. Lester Cotton holding, brought back a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill dropping the ball, kicking out of the back of the end zone, brought back a touchdown. Both of those touchdowns would have definitely helped the Dolphins continue the style of offense they wanted to run. But once you get back and you get down by points like they did against Buffalo, that made me worried. They can't play the style of offense they can't play. They can't use the run game to force the defense up and allow us to throw over the top. And that's where it starts to fall apart. So, the second year in this offense, they're starting to click, they're starting to get it, but it's still an offense where you can't have those mistakes against the good teams. And the Dolphins seem to, when they face those good teams, have the dumb mistakes that take them out of the game. So
are the Miami Dolphins a finesse team because they got beat in the trenches? Because we all know the success with Tua and the way you run the ball is through physicality. And it seems like the offensive line, although injuries aside, but the Dolphins have injuries all the time. The offensive line. I mean, you were scoring these type of points even with injuries against Carolina. So that's really not an excuse. But do you think the Dolphins are just soft and more physical defenses are able to exploit that?
I think they're finesse on the outside. I think when it comes to some of the wide receivers, I think you don't touch them, you're making a huge mistake to not try to jam them. But when it comes to the run game with Mostert and Achane, I really like the physicality in their run, because you see Achane, you see this small running back, you're like, I'm going to hit him, he's going to fall down. There's been times where he's been fighting for the extra 1 or 2 yards. So they have physicality there, but you're 100% right, because you saw what we did against the Panthers, you saw what we did against the Broncos, all those teams, and we didn't have all of our offensive linemen. And that was the thing that I was clamoring for in the offseason, is we need that physicality on both of the trenches to move the line, because that's the biggest thing you want to see. When that ball's hiked, you want to see the offensive line move the defensive line back at least a yard or two. Last night, that was not happening. And did it hurt that we didn't have our center, left guard, or left tackle? 100%. But the left tackle, Kendall Lamb, is still a very good left tackle. He was doing his thing. It was more the interior of the offensive line. And if you go and look at the statistics, the Dolphins had, with Mostert, their biggest runs on the exterior. They didn't run it up the gut, because every time we tried to run it up the gut, we were getting blown up because of the physicality. So yeah, 100%. They needed Connor Williams back in there. He's a very physical run blocker. But when they didn't have him, you're 100% correct. They are not that physical run team. And then the passing, when you have fast guys like that, they're not going to be physical. AJ Brown, incredibly physical wide receiver, but he's not as fast as Tyreek or Jalen Waddle or Braxton Berrios. And like you said, they use the crossers, they use the end arounds, they use all that stuff, and 100% they're a finesse team on the outside.
And real quick, Matt Edward, I'll say this, man. The only thing that bothered me about our offense is I actually realized this morning we didn't even score 10 points on the offense. I was wrong. The defense and special teams scored 10 points, because even the field goal we got, we didn't drive down the field. We actually got a sack. We made Jalen Hurts fumble right in field goal range, and we didn't move the ball, and we just kicked the field goal. So our defense only put the 7 up. Now, mind you, we blew 2 other touchdowns from a drop in the penalty, but that happens in games, man. We got to be able to do a lot more than that in games to make up for that. So
wait, TD, you're telling me that the New York Jets score more points on offense against the Eagles in the whole game, and the Miami Dolphins gave up more points in the first half against the Eagles, and the Jets gave up the whole game?
Is
that
what
you're telling me?
Richie, let's just play y'all. Let's just play. Let us play y'all.
Do it. Black Friday, I'm ready.
Shut all this
I'm ready, Doug.
Just let us play y'all.
Richie, I heard a lot of, our offensive line was injured. Do we have our starting left tackle or right tackle or right guard when we played the Eagles, Richie? I don't think we did. And our starting corners, did we have our first or second or even third corner out there?
No, sir.
I don't think so.
Did your offense help you score, or did a
better than the Finns backups
help you score? Like, your defense drastically helped you score against the Eagles. Let's not act like your offense.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, hold on.
Our offense was so terrible, but that's what I'm saying. Our backups are better than the Finns starters.
Ryan, let's get something straight with the Jets-Eagles game. The Eagles thought y'all would be an easy win, so they didn't have to pay the refs.
Yep, that's
for
right.
For us, they paid the refs, okay?
Oh, you got me. You got me, TD. You got
they paid the refs for us.
I'm out of here.
They
Peace out, Doug. We appreciate you tuning in, man.
See you guys next week.
Ziba, I want to get your thoughts of
later,
the Dolphins' L last night before we know that you got to get out of here. Because I don't know if you know this, but the Dolphins lost last night.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I thought up until just about 10, 15 minutes ago, you would have thought the Dolphins dismantled the Eagles last night. The way we were hearing the barrage of hate on the Bills and this, that, and the other thing. And I had to remind myself that the Dolphins lost last night. But I want to say this. I had a revelation last night, and I want to thank TD and Doug, who just left. I want to thank you guys, because you remained true to who you were, and it wound up really paying off for me. I had a revelation. I needed to find a way to get my spirits up yesterday after that loss. And I sat and I thought, you know what? The Bills just did that today. They did that last week. They did that the week before. But the week before that, they beat the Dolphins 48-20. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, so you mean to tell me the Eagles at home, where they rarely lose to begin with, at home, coming off of a game that they probably feel they pissed away, you're going to give that Eagles team only 3 points in that game? Fellas, I made the biggest bet of my entire life last night on the Philadelphia Eagles, and I didn't sweat for a second. It was the greatest decisions I've ever made, and I salvaged the day just a bit. As the week goes on here, and the Bills continue to prove to me that they aren't who I thought they were, the Dolphins continue to prove to me that they are who they thought, or I thought they were, rather. And what they are and what the Bills are, it doesn't matter. They're both kind of meeting each other at a crossroads here, where back to what Tyson said earlier, will these teams probably find their way in the playoffs, or if the Bills slightly miss out or one way or the other, depending on things are going, they'll probably find their way in there. But right now, the confidence level you have to have as a fan has got to be in the basement, because the Bills have played good defenses and have lost to almost all of them, but the Giants, where they probably should have lost. And then with the Dolphins, the two best defenses they've faced, it hasn't been close either. We're watching this division right now just implode on itself when the games matter the most. And it's sad to watch. I think we had two teams here in the Bills and the Dolphins that we thought would be, not only towards the top as far as rankings are concerned, but towards the top as far as actually going out and proving it week in and week out. I think up until this point, yes, the Dolphins are 5-2, but you have to be concerned, having seen what you saw against the Eagles and the Bills. And then for the Bills, you have to be concerned almost entirely outside of 3 weeks of football from week 2 to week 4. So I have no idea what to make of this division, and I would never put $1 on the Jets to go the distance, Richie and Ryan, but I'll say this. I don't know what to make of anybody right now. So the Jets are winning games in a very similar fashion to how the Bills have been winning games. And so I can't make heads or tails of what's going on, but it's some bad football. And I think everybody within this division could benefit from a reality check here at some point, because it just seems like nothing's going the way anybody really wanted it to. But time will tell, I guess. Time will tell. We all have another matchup, all of us, right? Bills play all three of you guys once again. So we'll see. But I don't know. Last night, I think you also saw it with the Dolphins too. The reason why the NFC right now is just proving week in and week out, when they do get the opportunity to play the better teams, quote unquote, in the AFC, the NFC is continuously proving that going into this season, where we thought the AFC was going to just be the supreme juggernaut and then everybody else in the NFC would kind of follow suit, it seems to have kind of been the opposite. The only outlier up until now is what the Ravens did to the Lions yesterday. So that shocked the hell out of me. And I think, and I'm sure TD, I'm sure you guys might feel the same way, but what's really concerning me right now, and I know, you get that loss last night against a good team. The Bills have now played horrendous against multiple teams. You'd think that they'd be better than whatever. What's concerning me is you're watching the Chiefs not play all that great, and they're 6-1. You're watching the Ravens hit stride. They're 5-2. Jacksonville out of nowhere, they can't seem to be stopped.
How about the Steelers 4-2? Ugly.
That's a team I was going to bring up too, because
even the Browns,
they play, they find a way to win. In the Browns, without even Deshaun Watson, they're finding ways to win too. So that's the concerning thing. Not only are these two teams not stepping up, but these other teams are coming up to the plate and hitting it out of the park. And that's
us, Ryan. That's us.
This is why I said what I said last week, Z-Bot. 9-10 wins may not even be able to get you in this year, because
I said it last week.
You might have to get 11.
Yeah.
Minimum.
11.
You might have to, because 3 years ago in a 16-game season, Brian Flores went 10-6 and we missed in a 16-game season.
Yeah.
Happened to Jets.
That's what this year is shaping up to be. You're going to look up, Pittsburgh is in, the Browns are in, and all of them end up being wild cards. Man,
and that's why, though, to your credit, though, TD, and this is where, as a Bills fan, this is what's the most disheartening thing. Yeah, you know what? Can I make the argument the Dolphins can't step up and beat the better teams? Yes, but here's what they don't do. They don't lose to the teams beneath them. And that ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to get to the dance. And you don't get there by losing games you shouldn't. The Bills are losing games on paper they shouldn't. And the Dolphins are taking care of business when necessary. So, yeah, I mean, we can sit here and argue till we're blue in the face if Tua can succeed against a good D, if the Dolphins can beat a good team, whatever. At the end of the day, no one gives a damn what the caliber of opponent was when you get to the playoffs. You have to prove what you can do once you're there. But the way the Bills are playing right now, they're doing everything in their power not to get there. To the Dolphins' credit, at least when they go up against an opponent, they do get it done. So that's a bad spot to be right now for these Bills, and that's really been our biggest problem through the first seven weeks here.
I think you got to win the division in the AFC East to get in the playoffs. I don't know about the three teams getting in anymore.
I hear you. I know you're starting to get these other teams too that are popping up. The Colts don't look bad at all. You could argue they got hosed yesterday.
They did.
Don't sleep on the Bengals too, coming out of nowhere.
Right? Everybody's just forgotten, So it's kind of terrifying. And you blinked, right? And we're almost halfway through here. Like it's not like you can just chalk it up to hey, they'll get it together. It's not a good feeling right now. That's for sure. But
yeah,
we'll
man.
see.
I mean,
Thursday night, quick turnaround, I guess. We got an opportunity to get back on track, but I don't know.
Yes, you do.
So.
Well, the AFC East division is definitely upside down right now, especially throughout this past weekend. Guys, we really appreciate all of you guys tuning in. We have well over 1,400 people watching live right now. And if you guys are not already, please do us a gigantic favor and simply hit that like button right now for all the boys and all the gentlemen here on the panel. We greatly, greatly appreciate that, guys. Also, make sure you guys check out everybody's individual channels. Jets Talk 24/7 doing his thing, Patriots Global, Z-Bot at Buffalo Fanatics, and of course, Dougly Do Wrong. Make sure you guys go check out those four in particular. They take time out of their Monday nights and come on here and recap every single week, whether their team loses or whether their team has a big-time W. So we respect and we appreciate you guys taking time out of your Monday for tuning in. Guys, we have a lot of super chats that we will get to. Don't you guys worry. We appreciate all the super chats and all the donations. We're going to get into those in just a little bit, but I do want to get thoughts from Pat's Global and Ryan as well of that game last night about that Dolphins L. Patriots Global. Let's start off with you.
Yeah, TD, I wanted to stay quiet. I just wanted to stay quiet for a little bit and just let you feel your feelings. But I'm a little confused, when it's Mac Jones, right? When it's Mac Jones with a terrible offensive line, a different offensive line through 7 weeks, everybody's banged up. He has every single offensive weapon in concussion protocol every single week. He's a bum. This bum's a bum. This dude sucks. He the worst quarterback. But when it happens to the Dolphins, when it happens to the Dolphins offensive line, it's look, Tua had the injuries along the offensive line, so it's different. No, Tua played a good game. It's not on Tua, it's on the injuries.
That's right.
But when it happens to anybody else, right, TD, it's just a little bit different. So
Kobe's
I got
right
one
now.
bone to pick there. I'm just saying, I got a little bone to pick with you right there. So let's not be hypocritical. If we are going to say that Mac Jones is a bum because of the injuries, then guess what? Tua is a bum. Tua is a bum, and he was a bum in this game. I'm sorry. But you know what? You asked for it, TD. You asked for it. At the end of the day. You started this war.
Win on Sunday. They didn't talk to me.
I will talk to you, but you know what? It's funny too, because if you think about it, the Patriots beat the Jets, the Patriots beat the Bills, and at least the Patriots kept it up until a toe-tapping reception by a rookie to win against the Eagles. So if you think about it, the Patriots are the best team in the AFC East, right? I'm just joking, though. I'm not serious about that part, but I'm just joking. I'm just joking on that part. But
Keep saying it, Colby. Those bums are bums. Say it again. Ooh,
those bums are bums, Richie. Those bums are bums. You know what? You can't deny the fact that you guys haven't beaten a good team yet. And you know what? I can't fully. You are a good team. You are a good team, and I truly believe that you guys will make the playoffs. But you cannot tell me you're a Super Bowl contender until you do beat a truly good team, a team that you can say we might see in the Super Bowl, or a team you say we might see in the postseason. Okay, so
Chiefs.
until that happens, I don't hear the Chiefs are not the Chiefs this year. I'm so sorry.
They're a good
I
team,
am
though.
so sorry.
They could be in the Super Bowl. We'll beat them in 2 weeks.
They could be in the Super Bowl because they get free calls. Let's be honest, respectfully.
Not
Okay,
against us.
respectfully. But you know what? I think the fact that you guys still lost despite getting more turnovers is a little bit crazy. You won the turnover battle, right? I mean, at the end of the day, Tua had an interception. Jalen Hurts had an interception. Jalen Hurts fumbled, and it looks like you guys also had a fumble, but you didn't lose that fumble. They ended up having more turnovers that went your way, but you guys still weren't able to take advantage of those, and you have to be able to do those, and I thought that was something that the Miami Dolphins were going to be able to do. The issue with you guys is that when you become a one-dimensional offense, that is when I feel like the Miami Dolphins start to implode, right? You have so many good weapons, but your inability to run in this game made you such a predictable offense. And the problem, and I see this with my own Patriots, I see this with Mac Jones, right? They don't have a lot of splash plays downfield because when you don't have an offensive line that is able to keep you upright long enough for those plays to develop, your receivers to get open, your quarterback to actually get through his dropbacks and have his mechanics correct in order to hit his receivers down the field, you're not going to get those types of plays. And I feel like the problem is that you guys are centered around having these big plays. And when you're not able to have a running game to help you out, and you don't have the offensive line to actually set you up for those big plays down the field, how are you going to be successful? But you know what? That's when you have to figure out ways. When you're the Dolphins, you got to figure out ways to be able to operate in the short to intermediate routes better. And you know what? You didn't adapt in this game, and that to me is why you lost.
Damn, I mean, that was one of my favorite takes I've ever heard from Pat's Global.
I know Ryan's going to say something. I need to say something. There is good news, though, for the Miami Dolphins because there was a major announcement today. The Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be on Hard Knocks in season. And what is Hard Knocks? What is it reserved for? Downtrodden franchises. That's right. When you land on Hard Knocks, that means your franchise is a dump. It is. And they can't get over the hump. So we get to see Tua behind the scenes, whether he likes it or not. We get to see what goes on behind the scenes under Miami Dolphins. And we already know the Colts, when they were on Hard Knocks, what happened to them? They folded at the end of the season and missed the playoffs. I can't wait to see the December collapse, and I'm going to have so much material for Dolphins fans now that I can really get to see behind the scenes coverage of the Dolphins December collapse. I can't wait. What do you think about that, Ryan and TD? Ryan, go ahead. Give your thoughts, and I can't wait to hear what TD has to say. We get to see your beloved Miami
I ain't got nothing
Dolphins
to say to
on
you.
I
ain't got nothing to
gave
say
all
to
my
you.
thoughts. The Jets backups, friggin' no Sauce, no Reed, no Eccles, no AVT. Becton's moving from right tackle to left tackle. You got no Titman out there. We still beat the Eagles. Jump change. Psh, easy. Sorry,
Easy.
TD. I don't have to say. That's all I got. I don't have to go into it anymore. It's just, all right, I'm ready for Black Friday. I hope
we're
you're
all
all
it is
waiting.
true,
on Black
TD.
Friday.
Well, I mean,
because I don't want any of that. Like, oh, we were injured. Tua got knocked out of the game. No, I want full health across the board. I want you at your full strength because I want no
Black Friday.
excuses.
Oh my gosh, dude, I can't wait for that Black Friday game, Ryan. I really, really can't. That's circled. Why can't it be this week, TD? I want the Dolphins right now. I was watching that game, bro. Just like, oh, give me the Dolphins. Give me them, baby. I love the way we match up against y'all. I really do.
Richie, you need to get you a black tuxedo. You and Ryan need to come on here with a black tuxedo because it's gonna be in a funeral.
Hey, I mean, it's out there of how to beat the Dolphins, and dude, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be open and honest with the round table since we got 1,300 people watching. I'm gonna have a transparent heart-to-heart moment with y'all just real quick. I'm gonna be honest. Last night game affected me. I wanted this win so bad, and we didn't win, and we lost. Every time I call for the big win, we lose. And it has been over a year since we beat a good, actually contending team. And it hurt. It really did hurt. And I'm about to say something. I'm going to be honest. It's not going to happen, but I'm terrified. I'm terrified about next week playing the Patriots. Because if we lose to the Patriots, I don't know. Like, the reason why I'm terrified is because I don't know what I'm going to do. If we lose to the Patriots, I've never been in that type of low. I can feel a lot already. I've never been in that kind of. That's why I'm terrified. If that the way, like, y'all don't understand. Like, Dolphins are going Dolphin. And I just come on, let's get over the hump. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We better not lose to no Patriots next week. Because I ain't gonna lie, for them to beat Buffalo the way they did, for them to, to beat the Jets, and it's any given Sunday, and I don't know how our injuries are gonna be and everything. That would hurt. If we lose to the New England Patriots, that would truly hurt I already feel like I've never felt what I'm gonna have to feel. So
my gosh.
I last night took a lot out of me because I wanted that game to finally solidify our team is there. Now we got to wait to play the Chiefs to do that, and hopefully we do it then. But we got to worry about the Patriots first. We can't sleep overlook them either.
Hey man, the reality is, TD, I respect that. You know, it's not easy to do that. Admit exactly how your heart's feeling. I was tuning into all your live shows last night, and as a friend, I felt bad for you.
But I ain't worried about y'all, Richie.
Yeah, you are.
I ain't worried about no Jets.
Oh, the amount of times
I ain't worried about. I'm retiring from the roundtable.
I heard TD Finn talk last night bring up the Jets. Oh, it was glorious. I kept hearing, the Jets defense did this. Zach Wilson, the Jets were on his brain last night from last night's win. The Jets had a safety against the Eagles, didn't they? No, we didn't. Nice try.
We ain't losing to no Zach Wilson.
Hey,
that
listen,
ain't happening.
And me being confident, by the way, against the Dolphins. I know everyone in the chat, the Dolphins fans, like, oh, Richie's gonna regret saying that. I'm not gonna predict out. I'm not gonna sit here and say the Jets are sweeping the Dolphins. I still have the Jets splitting with Miami, but I do love the Jets in that game at MetLife because the Jets are proving to be able to defend home field. Finally, we got a home field advantage, and I do have to give a shout out to my man Dan Mitchell. Dan Mitchell's been very quiet throughout today, and also Dan Mitchell is bringing the Bills' downfall and projecting it onto my New York Jets and the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. And I'm not going to let that one slide, Dan. Okay?
Yeah, your little rants.
Dan's rants like, the Bills are exposed to being bad for once. Oh, I mean, the AFC East are frauds. Going to every single team. Everyone. But no, let's just not highlight the Bills losing. No, it has to be the Jets and the Dolphins and the Pats sucking. Let's take all the focus off the Bills. Come on, Dan. What are your thoughts
Misery
about that?
loves company, huh, Dan? Misery loves company.
If I'm going down, y'all coming down with me, baby.
I respect that.
Go on in.
Oh my God, man! I quote tweeted that, and then the Jets Wolves came after him on Twitter. Man, they love you, Dan, and I love you too, man.
Oh yeah, do they? Oh yeah, they do. No, nah, man.
Oh, it's all love. Dude,
I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down to Florida, buddy.
And so I thought I saw something pretty interesting on Twitter the other day. Like, just like this league in general, statistically, like I'm pretty sure, like a league, like as a whole, it's definitely a defense year this year. Like points on average per game are nowhere near what they were last year. I wonder if this is sort of like making like a shift, right? Because for years and years and years, we've been saying, yo, this is a passing league. This is an offensive league. For the first 7 weeks of the NFL season, the stats are demonstrating a shift right now where this league has been all about defense because like on average points scored per game is down significantly. So like this year is just weird.
It's our year, Ryan.
Really weird.
I mean, hey, I love to hear that because we've been winning with ugly defensive battles all season long, and I love the sound of that. But chat, let us know your thoughts of the AFC East and how your team represents right now. I know, first of all, I do want to get into the chat because I did make a poll to start off the show, and I haven't read it yet because it's pretty interesting. So we have 51% Dolphins fans. That went down a little bit. Jets fans after the bye week, 30% tuning in. Buffalo down to 12%, and I did see the Patriots. I'm pretty sure they peaked. I don't know if anyone else saw it, but they were at 8. They're at 7
They were
now.
at 9 at
They're
one
at
point.
9. You saw them at 9. That's a high. Pat's Nation, shout
That
out
is
to
crazy.
you guys.
That's never been like that.
Even the 7 holding strong.
And I do also have to give a call out. I do also have to call out the chat again. 1,600 votes with 531 likes. Do you guys hate us? You guys just like screw the roundtable. We're not punching, smashing, killing, humping the like button. Do it. Hit that thing.
How many likes do we have, Richie?
541.
541.
If we get to 1,000 likes, how many people watching?
We got 1,300.
1,300.
If we get 1,000 likes before the end of the show, I'll play the one TD clip that's not going to, it's not the clip that will completely destroy him, but it's a good clip of TD. And there's another surprise clip from a Dolphins fan I want to play. So if we get to 1,000 likes, we'll play both of those clips.
Guys, we're up the thumbs up right now.
Y'all don't have to hit the like button.
And trust me, y'all gonna want to watch these clips.
Oh my gosh, let's do it. I absolutely love it, man.
It's funny how the world just, is resonated like with negativity. You know what I mean? Because like I'm looking at it right now, bro, and like these like buttons are absolutely skyrocketing just in hopes to see TD miserable.
Oh man,
You don't always have to hit the
If we
like
start
button,
getting the
people.
like button smashed, like just like cause misery to one of the hosts, by all means, baby.
We're gonna start. I'm gonna start holding the like button hostage because I'm not gonna be dropping my little Dolphins videos and Bills videos trolling them if we don't get these 1,000 likes.
yeah,
If
it's
y'all
true.
want to see the
Hold them
videos,
accountable. Hold them accountable.
you know, you want me to put in that effort. Go
Hey.
ahead, man. Y'all know y'all want to see these videos.
Now, Pat's Global, I know you got to get out of here before your Monday night, so you want to have anything for the people before you skedaddle, my friend?
Nah, man, I just want to say, you know what? As always, I appreciate you guys for having me on. It's always a fun time, and you guys already know where to find me. It says it right there. Go ahead, check me out on YouTube at Patriots Global. We break things down every single week. We just touched on the Bill Belichick contract extension too, so if you want to know my thoughts on that situation, go ahead and check that out. And then, of course, after every game rather, for the Pats, you can catch me straight on Bleacher Report live right after the conclusion of that game. And we even went live today to break down some of my thoughts on some players the Patriots could trade in-house and some players they could potentially trade for at the trade deadline. So go ahead and check that out.
We appreciate you, Colby. Everyone go make sure you guys go check out Colby's channel, Patriots Global. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And Ryan, we know that you got a show tonight to prepare for. Anything you want to say before you get out of here, bro?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. I love coming on each week and talking a little smack with some division rivals and some good friends, good people. Chat, make sure you hit that like button. You guys deserve to see the video. The Masters taunting or flaunting right there. I want to see it when I watch this replay. Yeah, I'll be doing my call-in show tonight, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So if you guys are done watching this and you want to head over there, give me some of your thoughts on what's going on as far as the division goes. It seems like the Jets are winning the bye week. I think Richie is. I think we feel pretty comfortable saying that, right?
I like bye weeks.
I'm
I
a
think I
fan
like
of
bye
this.
weeks.
No stress, way less stress. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Anytime,
Thanks,
Ryan. We
Ryan.
appreciate you.
Appreciate
All
you,
right,
brother.
let's get into some of these super chats because we have a $300 donation
From King
collectively
Cat all
from
together.
King
This is
Cat. And King
incredible.
Cat, these shows are kind of hectic. It's hard to get through the super chats since we have so many guests. So we like to go through all the super chats at the end. So we're going to get through all of them now. First of all, King Cat, thank you so much for the generosity. Cannot thank you enough, my man. Let's go Jets, of course.
Appreciate
I'm most
it, bro.
definitely a Pats and Eagles fan for this week only. I absolutely can't wait to hear Master at Work take today. Go Jets. I'm sure he loved it.
And so I hope that nobody uses the injury excuse. Jets don't ever get that same luxury. TD and Dan Mitchell, you better not go there. Just say that y'all suck, bro. I will never say we suck, but I don't believe you or I threw out the injury excuse. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to what TD was saying, but I 1,000%.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I
TD was right. He was like, I ain't using no injury excuse, but our offensive line was injured and two was getting it's okay.
Our
Yeah,
O-line was hurt.
I
Our
was
secondary was hurt. The refs was cheating. Y'all know the drill.
Yeah.
Our line was hurt. Our secondary was hurt. I mean, come on, TD.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Like some of the fans I saw, like bitching about the win too. Like, dude, just take the L. You know what
And
I'm
King
saying?
Cat was satisfied, Master at Work. This was the moment I was waiting for, Master at Work spitting.
Appreciate it.
So he
King
definitely
Cat, thank
came
you
in
so
here for
much,
you.
man. And so a lot of money was bet on the Fins. The refs got the call from Vegas. The fix was in. Tired of all these rigged games. It's not flag football.
Better know it. That's all it
You
was.
You know what's funny is I didn't say this during the stream is that me and my buddy we bet about 2,500 each and made $8,000. I made $4,000 off of the Dolphins last night, man, because I just knew it. Like I literally bet a portion of my rent money on the Dolphins.
Oh,
I would be
Lord.
homeless right now if the Dolphins would win.
Hey,
I'll be under a bridge right now, dog.
hey,
Hey,
put your money on the Patriots this week.
Not homeless. Thank
Oh
you.
hell no.
can I guys quickly tell you my devastating betting story last night real quick? So I made a parlay for the game last night on BetUS. $25 to win $1,000. Hear this parlay real quick. Start off with Eagles money line. And then we had Tyreek Hill to score a touchdown, happened. Jalen Hurts scored a touchdown, happened. And then I had a lot of other player prop yards to hit. It was a big 12-legger. Everything hit. Jalen Hurts needed 25 rushing yards. He got the 25 rushing yards on the money. Everything hit.
Yeah, a lot of
And the
people got
man
hit with
starts
that.
to kneel. He starts the knee.
He
And they
lost
lose the yards. I almost won $1,000 on BetUS, but the man had to knee it 4 straight times, which ran the clock out and gave him, instead of 25 yards, to 21 yards. Your man was this close from winning over $1,000, bro.
When you think about it, Richie, the Dolphins did that to you.
Dude,
That's right.
I was so pissed. I literally was like, and he was 4 yards shy of the rushing yards, too. And that's when he had those 2 tush pushes, the little tushies. And I was like, tush push! We got it, tush pushes!
Bro, those tushies
And then he
are-
got it at 25 yards, and then he starts kneeing. I'm like, no!
A lot of people got hit with that last night, Richie. Real talk.
did?
Those kneels. A lot of
Oh
people
my
complained
gosh.
about losing.
Dude, it was
You know what's crazy
It was like
about
a
the tush
13-legger.
pushes?
Everything hit but that.
Everybody's complaining about the tush push and everybody's trying it, but only the Eagles seem to know how to do it the correct
Nah,
way.
bro.
We didn't even give the Eagles a chance to try it on us. 'cause
Bro,
they knew.
you can see what they're doing. It's all Jalen Hurts. When they hike the ball, he don't do what every quarterback does. Hike and go. Hike, one Mississippi, go. Like he waits for all the collision to start, then he goes. It's like nobody sees that. Watch when he hikes the ball, he stands there, and once they touch his back to start pushing, then he goes. It's that little delay is why it's so easy for him, because as soon as they hike the ball, everybody face hitting the ground. Man, get
People
that out.
saying that I'm capping. Look at that bet, boy. Look at that bet, boy. I'm capping. That's how confident I was. Me and my boy, we went half and half. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how confident I was that the Eagles were going to beat the. That's the type of money
kinda
I'd be
like a
betting. When
stab.
I'm
Like, if I was a
confident.
Dolphins fan
he
and
ain't-
Master
he ain't
Work was putting
lying.
that much money
He
on
ain't
it, bro.
lying. He sent it before the game, and I told him I hope he
Mhm.
loses.
Mhm.
Someone-
I
Exactly.
got a lot of respect for you, Tyson. I never bet that much. I mean, I'm crying over a $25 bet that I could have won 1,000. This man,
That's the
put,
biggest bet I've ever made, and that's the most confident because I knew that the Eagles, without Connor Williams and just the Eagles and everybody, all the money was on the Dolphins to make that bet. I know how the NFL is, and I just knew that the Eagles were going to win that game.
crazy stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, I was worried that all that money was coming in on the Dolphins. That worried me too.
Tony
Lester
says,
Cotton, that bum.
You still got that slip on the? Did you remember? I remember when you said Lester Cotton. Do you still got his little name node sticky on your thing?
Lester Cotton is a bum.
bum. New York Jets situation report. My man coming with the $10. Love you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. I have never been so excited to watch an episode of the AFC's Roundtable. I'm here to see Master at work disown the Bills and Dan. He did that. That bum Josh Allen is a bum. The Bills are frauds. AFC East frauds. Love it. Shout out to my man, bro. Time for the casual fans to rip up their membership card to the Josh Allen Bone Stroker Club.
I've heard
Okay.
people are blaming Haley Steinfeld. They said that Josh Allen ain't been the same since he started dating Haley.
That's
Fuck.
true.
Dumb.
Come on,
So
Dan.
dumb.
He's got to be better than that. You see what Zach Wilson's doing on his bye week? He's with his girl. No drama. Doesn't have to be a
Playing
A-list
some-
celebrity. It's a
playing some
no-name
golf.
girl from Jersey.
Yeah.
You know.
Master at work, my guy. I know, but give credit, yeah. Look at that. Y'all need to be very afraid of the Jets. Watch how they catch fire. I said way back they were going to surprise the league. The journey begins week 8.
You know what? Jet it out. Let's not even warn them. Let's let it happen.
So you know what does look interesting though? Those airplane emojis are pointed down, as in a crash. Is
No,
about
that's
to
just the depth. Come on now. Those are
Six straight losses, I see.
Yeah.
You know my
keep-
perfect scenario, Richie. End of the season. You need to beat us to get in.
Oh,
Yo,
what's gonna
Tyson,
happen,
is
baby?
that a fucking lip bite right there in that profile picture? Is that you,
Oh
bro?
God.
Oh, Caleb Rice, go back.
Jesus
Dude,
Christ, y'all need to leave me.
dude.
Y'all need to leave me alone, bro.
What did it say? I wonder what Caleb Williams what?
Had for breakfast.
Caleb
I wonder
had
what
for
Caleb
breakfast.
Williams had for
It's
breakfast.
Caleb's lost.
I'm a little bit down on Caleb Williams. I'm kind of on the Drake May
Drake
now.
May.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So the Jets have only beat one good team. The Bills have only beaten one good team. The Pats have only beaten one good team. If this is y'all's only excuse against Miami, it's pathetic. It's one game. Get real. But as someone eloquently did put out, would you rather have a team?
Kevin, how many
Lose
good
against
teams
bad
have you
teams.
won against?
Yeah, Kevin.
Oh boy,
How
y'all
many?
haters.
Oh, a donut. There I had a donut.
The
Bro.
King Cat sent another 100.
Did he send another?
I think he did.
Oh man. Luca says GOAT Zach Milf Hunter Wilson led Jets score more points on the Eagles than the legendary Dolphins offense. Y'all are frauds and the division is ours. It's true. How are you gonna let Zach Wilson in the offense go out there and win
Can
the
y'all
game?
catch up and pass us before y'all start talking crazy like
Oh,
that?
we're only a game and a half behind. We're breathing down those necks. Come on now. Shout out to Luca. King Cat with another hundo. Whoa. When are we going to talk about how the refs keep apologizing to the Jets for missing and making bad calls becoming a pattern? I just want to remind you guys, the last time that the New York Jets had a roughing the passing penalty called on our quarterback was 2 years ago in Miami. 2 years. And guess what? This past week, the NFL, they fined an Eagles player for going low on Zach Wilson for roughing the passer, and there wasn't a flag thrown. So
Appreciate
Jets
the
fans
100, and Richie,
can't
you'll
fucking
you'll appreciate this meme with me. I have a new friendship with the Jets now.
Oh my gosh.
McCorkle, you was right about homie Josh Allen, a bitch. Milf Hunter Wilson, you should meet his mom. Oh, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you don't bring Mrs. Allen into this.
Hey,
All right?
I mean, Zach Wilson, no headband Zach Wilson he's out there. He's on the prowl. Donna Kelsey was in the stadium against the Chiefs. He was playing out of his mind. Come on. Put some respect on Zachy boy.
I can't deal with y'all. Let's not bring Miss Allen into this. That's funny.
Jimmy Casket. I lost 178 because of Eagles kneeling in at the 1 yard line. Yep, Jimmy. I'm there, man.
It wasn't the 1 yard line. It was like the 6.
Welcome
They
to the
should have
world of
ran up the
sports
damn
betting.
score.
Yeah,
I was mad about that.
Bro, I was so pissed off, dude.
I know y'all wanted more points.
So that's what Dolphins fans do. They get a taste of what it's like to be on top, and when everything is all said and done, they lose it at the end of the season. And that's why they're talking trash now.
We're still on top,
Mhm.
baby. Knock us
See?
down. Then talk.
See?
We're still on top, though. We are.
Oh,
Savor it.
Savor it while you can.
Master at Work, you were absolutely correct about the refs, but just like the NFL hold players accountable, start holding refs accountable. Also, we are there to see the players decide the game, not the refs.
Listen, I've said this weeks ago, and Richie finally got on my side when it happened to the Jets. The refs have been absolutely horrendous. Okay, there was zero, and this is just me not being biased because I need to say this. The Eagles had 0 penalties, bro. They had 0 penalties for 0 yards. Now, obviously, I was rooting against the Dolphins, but at the end of the day, bro, across the entire league, the officiating has been the worst I think I've ever seen it, bro. And even like when the Jets got robbed in the Colts game, have you guys watched the end of that Colts and Browns game, bro? And even the Browns 49ers game last week that cost me money personally.
And
Like,
the Steelers
this is
Rams game. I don't know if you saw that. That was ridiculous.
No, I actually didn't see that. I haven't watched that. But the Colts, bro, the referees need to be held whole press conferences just like coaches and players. They need to be held accountable, bro, because what's going on in this league, it's turning people off. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it has a lot to do with betting and sports betting. Because honestly, the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna tell you how I'm not a professional sports bettor, but I bet a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you the 2 games that a lot of people put money on that would have won, that would have messed Vegas up, was that Browns and 49ers game last week and yesterday with the Eagles and the Dolphins. And the Bills and Patriots game too. And the Bills and Patriots game.
They got another one in, bro. They got that Broncos Green Bay in.
That Broncos Green Bay and bro, who the hell thought
Richie.
the Broncos were going to beat we're going to beat the Packers?
Oh, yeah, I had the Giants
and
winning.
the Giants over the Commanders yesterday. Like something
the
is happening. So be very careful when you start betting crazy money, and just look at where the league where you think the money is at. Because usually where all the money's going is where you want to bet the opposite of, which is exactly why I used that same technique last night. When I tell you a lot of money was on Miami to pull off that upset. And I picked the Eagles. That's the main reason why I put that much money in, because I know how the league is. I know how it is, bro.
And that missed face mask call last night was bogus. That they didn't call on the left sideline. I forgot who the receiver was.
Told you, Cedric Wilson Jr. We should have won.
But no. And let me get to this. Doesn't matter. Pick six the next play. So like negated.
No.
Because if you got the face mask, you would have scored a touchdown. The next very play, you scored a touchdown, pick six. That was karma. And that was my point. Like, okay, we can't hear the ref's excuse anymore because they scored a touchdown regardless. Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now. If you're a professional,
just get some more calming tea, TD.
If you're a professional, get on Bet US. Make your parlays. If you're an amateur and you want to win money, get on Sleeper, baby. That's why them player props, the league can't set that up.
Oh, baby. I'm excited to get a sleeper after the
they can't set up player props. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
So I do have the lock of the night, by the way, but we'll get there. No, actually, we won't. Okay, we're getting there right now. All right, Sleeper is hands down, as TD just mentioned, the number one player prop platform on the market today. The best thing about it is that not only by downloading this app, you are just gaining access right to this absolute beautiful of a product. You are also directly supporting your boys over here. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but myself, TD, and Richie, we did our very first player prop betting show Sunday before all of the early games, and we had a great time. We put together a parlay, and this is something we are going to continuously do. So if you ever want to fade us, tail us, bet along with us, we do everything on the Sleeper, and we really want you guys to check that out. That information is in the description.
Link in bio. Link is pinned in the chat as well.
Yeah. It's also pinned in the chat right there. It should automatically put in AFC East as the promo code, but if not, definitely go on ahead and put that in. They're matching 100% of your initial deposit all the way up to $100. Now, guys, all right, listen, I've learned my lesson, all right? I've learned my lesson. I'm done with the 4 to 5 leg parlays. I'm done with them, all right? I'm just doing 2. From now on, I am just doing 2, and I am strategically making sure that I get the locks, and this is what I'm doing. This was my play for this evening. Let me know your thoughts, all right?
Can you plug it in, Dan, and share your screen?
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I will 1,000% do that. Let me go ahead and pull up a QuickTime movie real fast. Applications.
TD, this is you?
Yeah, this is mine. Well, I want to draw help for tonight's game.
All right, bro. 1,000%. What I'm doing, all right, so I took Hawkinson and it's over 5.5 receptions, and then I have Brandon Ayuk over 73.5 receiving yards. That is what I'm doing. Without Justin Jefferson out there, and as far as the Vikings run game has been getting stopped for the past couple of weeks, and Hawkinson has proved to be their number one target since Jefferson is out, I think 5.5 is easily going to clear. And then with Brandon Ayuk over 73.5, I think that's absolutely going to smoke, especially against that Viking secondary. I wouldn't be surprised if this crushes by the third quarter, quite frankly.
Well, let me ask you a question about this game, Dan. Debo is out, right?
Yep. That's why I like Brandon Ayuk.
And is is Christian McCaffrey healthy now?
He's playing, but he's dealing with a slightly torn oblique, but he's playing. Had trainers working around the clock with him all week to get him ready.
Is that a setup?
I like Hawkinson a lot. He's been kind of like their number one since Jefferson went down, and I do like George Kittle. But if you notice, McCaffrey will never have a rushing touchdown in Sleeper because it's that much of a lock.
Yeah, the thing is, how is San Francisco's defense still doing with that Hawkinson pick?
They have some injuries. I think that Kirk Cousins and I think that Vikings offense, since they haven't had a lot of success running the ball from the past couple of weeks, you are going to see a shit ton of attempts from Kirk Cousins tonight in the past game. Like I wouldn't be surprised if dude has like 38 plus pass attempts tonight, because that's literally all that they can do. He'll probably just be ripping shit underneath the entire time. So I like Hawkinson there. And then also I was going to do it, but the platform wouldn't allow me to combine Hawkinson receptions and Kirk Cousins completions. I'm pretty sure Kirk Cousins has 24.5 completions as his line. I was between those two, but I sided with TJ Hawkinson instead.
All right, man. We're going to do it, man. The receptions or the yards?
George
Receptions.
Now, George Kittle is an interesting one. He's hit his under on 4.5 catches the past 3 weeks.
So do you ride with that? Like this Vikings secondary is god awful.
Yeah, I think George Kittle is going to probably hit the over. I think I can see him get 5 catches, especially without Debo. I think Brock Purdy is going to rely on him a lot.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I love the receptions. And so I love reception legs. Like I feel
receptions are so much more safe.
Yeah, receptions are very, very safe. I mean, really everything else, TD, I'm not going to advise you and so to take anything else because like I'm afraid of literally anything else. Maybe Jordan.
I would predict probably 1 touchdown for the make it a 5-legger, and then that'll be a sick parlay.
1 touchdown for
someone. Just go to the anytime touchdowns.
Maybe Madison scoring or Jordan Addison.
I like Ayuk.
Ayuk to score, yeah. I like that too.
So I'll tell you what, like one stat I did learn earlier today that I'm surprised I didn't hear it earlier. From now on, like one of my legs, especially for Sunday, like pick'ems, is 1,000% going to be taking the under for any running back that's going up against the Cleveland Browns defense because they've only allowed 1 rushing touchdown this entire season. So I think that's going to be a leg that I'm going to continuously hammer.
Hold on, my bad. I just made a mistake and took it off. Get back on. Let me see. All right, let me redo that. I did $5 and I meant to do more. So I don't want to.
$5 to win $217. Wow.
But I want more on. I know I can edit that, right? Copy. No.
Can you cancel it?
It's like copying the entry and then just do the copy. Yeah, just do a copy entry.
The cool thing about Sleeper, guys, is very, very, very user friendly. And if you're in a state where it's legal, like this is probably the best place to win big because again, you're gambling little amounts to win big. So say you put like $50 in and then you sprinkle like $5, $10 bets on like multiple times, you're high percentage chance that one of them is going to hit and you're going to win big. And again, the link is pinned in the chat, so it's at your convenience. If you just click that link, download the app with the link, the AFC East promo code will be put in there, but make sure you guys use the promo code because if you don't, then you're not going to get a deposit match, which basically means they give you free money.
So make sure you do the receiving yards on Ayuk, bro, not the anytime touchdown.
So match up to $100, right, Richie?
Ayuk receiving yards.
Yeah. So you have an anytime touchdown receiving.
They don't have that one.
Yeah, right next to it. So like you'll see, like his card, just hit that, and like you could probably take both of them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
No, I think you'll hit the touchdown, bro.
You can't do 2.
And if you hit your bet, send it to us.
Oh my gosh,
DM us and we'll put it on the show.
They just closed Purdy's touchdown because so many people on it.
Hey, it is someone in the chat just brought up a great point. National Tight End Weekend, and tight ends have been going crazy. So maybe we do hit on the Kittle and the Hawkinson one.
Hawkinson's for real, dude. Hawkinson's for real for the reception.
I got Kittle and Hawkinson. I want to get one more good one. I'm looking at this McCaffrey, but then I'm also looking at Purdy's yards.
And Tyson brought up a good point, guys. If you're winning on Sleeper, please tweet us your winnings over there on Twitter or send it to us via Discord. We'd love to see what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Or if you have a lock for the night, you want to share your parlays, whatever you guys want. We'd like to hear from you guys more.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, $100, you get a free $100 to bet with.
So y'all give me one more, man.
Someone's trying to say go for
you're under pass yards, TD. That's why everything's NA. You're under the pass
yard.
My
bad. Yeah, but they
go for Jordan Addison anytime touchdown.
They took away the Purdy, man, and I know he's gonna get 2 tubs. But what about McCaffrey reception touchdown?
That's risky. That's hard.
What about four receptions from McCaffrey?
4 receptions feels like a lock. I mean, he hit the under on the last 2.
With no Debo?
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that he hadn't hit that the last 2 weeks. Maybe even Osborne over 3.5 catches. I like. Or maybe the under on someone because unders I've realized hit a lot.
Yeah, we go overs over here, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying to win money, man.
Find the over.
So we go overs only on this channel.
Man,
overs only.
I'm going for it. Ain't no way McCaffrey not getting in the end zone.
Well, he could through the ground.
Anytime.
Screwed.
Maybe I should do his fantasy points.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, 18.4. Maybe I should do that.
He is a little banged up, so who knows if he's the same Christian McCaffrey.
Richie, you just messing my head up, bro.
Just saying.
I'm gonna go back to good old faithful. Well, I already got Ayuk for the touchdown. I'm so mad about the Purdy.
Submit the ticket with those 4. Just play it safe.
I want more. Just one more. One more, Richie.
More.
One more player.
Maybe take Madison under rushing yards. That's a good run defense.
What about the kickers? Where they at?
You're under hot, so you have to go scroll to the right on the little tabs. You're under the hot one. Yeah. Hurry up, TD. You're taking too long. Pressure's on. Win your money. Win your bets.
All right, let me see. Anybody I feel good about? All right, let me go to the kicker, see if they got any props.
Pick a freaking Nick Bosa sack.
All right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna take the Purdy yards, and I'm gonna go over.
Submit it. Let's see it.
All
34 times your money.
I want more than that.
How much you putting on it?
So I was gonna put 20 on it. I want more.
You got 50 in your account, so how much you gonna put on? Just hit view entry. Deposit it.
All right, Christian McCaffrey. We going over. We going.
Oh man, 60 times.
Receptions. We're gonna do the receptions.
Look at this guy. $20 wins you 521.
So there's an unavailable pick.
Where? That's why. See, I missed the Ayuk.
Expired. TD's taking way too long, and all these bets are getting expired. So when you're gonna make a bet right,
all right, that means they just set me up. Ayuk gonna score a touchdown. That's all that means.
All right. Well, you guys know the drill. If you guys want to tail our bets or make your own parlays, Sleeper is the app to download. That link is pinned in the chat. Let's get into some of these super chats. Got some more calming tea, TD. Lester Cotton. Oh, the tea that you were drinking was hilarious with Lester Cotton. You're like, oh, your wife was there supporting you. Shout out to the wife.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
It wasn't Tua's fault. TD spoke facts. The one-trick pony-ish got to end. Richie, you really need to stop. All you do is talk about them bum Jets. You need to sit down and stop. We finna bust that ass. Them Jets boo-boo. Stop. Oh, yeah, Zach? How about those bum fraudulent Dolphins?
How many weeks?
Continue to talk.
How many weeks before we play y'all?
A lot of weeks, actually. Not until Black Friday. I think it's
4 weeks. 4 weeks exactly.
Yeah, 4 games the Jets play up until then. But yeah, Zach, good luck.
Is Black Friday the day after Thanksgiving, Richie?
Yep.
It is.
You know what that means, Dolphins fans? The ghost of the Tequista tribe. The curse of the Tequistas.
Is that in Miami?
No, that's
no, it's not. But it's still hilarious that you guys play the day after Thanksgiving.
Scott says, "Congrats, Jets! You had a great Sunday. Yes, we did. It felt great. Pat's not sure if happy, but you woke up. Looked good. TD, you still on top?
I'm happy.
Dan and Z, you're the best. Go Bills.
Thanks, Scott.
Very
Thank
happy.
you, Scott. How are we frauds? Best defense in the league, 2 stars on offense, and a quarterback who doesn't turn the ball over. Stop with that bullsh. Yeah, we're frauds covered in sauce. It's okay. Just let him believe it. We're frauds. TD and Dougley, I think we should go get Josie, Joel, and Shy Tuttle. What are your thoughts on that? Are those Dolphin creators?
Listen, any move that's gonna make this roster better, I'm for it, bro. I'm like, screw them draft picks.
Everything isn't always about the Jets, Richie. Well, we are in the AFC's roundtable, and I happen to rep the New York Jets. So guess what? If you don't want to hear about the New York Jets, BND, newsflash, this is not the channel for you. Dolphins only content, go to TD Fins Talk. Okay? This represents all 4 of our teams.
Don't worry, BND, because you already know I make everything about the Dolphins on this channel. You'll never get, and I'm working on a Dolphins video tonight. It might drop. I'm a very fast editor, and I already kind of have an idea of where I want to go. So it might drop after this, an hour after the show. So just stay tuned. By the way, get those like buttons up too. If you guys want to see
we're gonna have to end the show if you guys don't hit the like button. Master at Work has pretty good content waiting for us in the backlog. We have 793 likes. We need a hundo. Chris, Dolphin, the in-season Hard Knocks. I guess HBO doesn't know. Can't wait for Black Friday. The Jets team was built from the ground up. JETS. And that's such a fact, man. I love that about these Jets. Built from the ground up. If this division doesn't step up, the North will send 4. The North is definitely becoming the best division in football.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been for years, but they just continue to prove it.
Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to the Ravens, bro. They're freaking elite. Texans also, they 3-3 with Cupcake schedule. Yeah, the Texans are definitely stepping up, man. They're a fun team. I love those teams that no one really expects to do anything.
CJ Stroud, has he thrown a pick yet? Has CJ Stroud? They're on a bye.
He got one. He got
Texans?
one. He threw one the same week Purdy did. Just the one.
Oh, he did. Okay, but he's like 11-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
11 touchdowns, 1 interception, something like
good,
that.
Man. Dmichi with the great member of the $5 Super Chats who also purchased Roundtable merch. The Eagles didn't have a chance to use the tush push against us. For the Finns, can't say the same. Oh, we're never going to allow them to get an opportunity to do the tush push. We're better than that. Come on now. Oh, here we go. Making everything about the Jets. Sorry.
Oh, we got breaking news.
What?
Isaiah Wynn expected to miss significant time for the Miami Dolphins, and Tehran is already on IR, so we don't have a left tackle.
Could have told you that. Could have told you that, Dolphins fans, about Isaiah Wynn. He's a bum and he can't stay on the field. I warned you. I warned you.
Isaiah Wynn down for the count. Sorry, TD. Injuries are never fun. Situation report back. That man said he's terrified. TD not ready.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he loves you, TD. This, my man, situation report. Watch Belichick go 6-11, but sweep the division.
We can't sweep the division. We lost to Miami. So that's not happening.
Every win you get this year, though, will be in the division.
It'll be funny as hell if that was the case.
Third this week, too. Buffalo website just reported Dawson Knox had wrist surgery. Sean McDermott just reported it. Don't know how long it's going to be out. I was on the Bills website. Yep, we talked about that. Dawson Knox, wrist surgery. Very unfortunate news for their tight end. That definitely elevates Kincaid, who's coming off a breakout game stat-wise. And we'll see if he actually is the next coming of Travis Kelce, like Dan Mitchell was telling us all offseason long.
Oh, my gosh. We got even more news.
Oh, no.
Javon Holland is in the concussion protocol as he reported symptoms today.
Didn't he go back in the game?
I mean, that's that's not that big of a deal because he'll return for the season. It's not like concussion is going to keep you out all season.
Hey, not gonna lie,
bro. We ain't trying to lose to the Patriots. You know what's in our secondary right now? He was the last guy back there that was reliable.
TD, I don't want to rain on your parade, but like DJ Reed got put in concussion protocol. Don't know where it happened. He was out for 2 straight weeks, and he's still in the protocol after the bye.
Y'all shouldn't even need a healthy team to beat us.
Bro, our O-line against y'all in our secondary, you're gonna make Mac Jones.
Hey, we'll save this for Wednesday night. Don't worry.
Oh,
sorry for that, TD. I mean, injuries aren't no fun. Bills might miss the playoffs, but we're sweeping TD.
Lies.
Bills are sore losers. Never show up when they lose.
They are down to 12%, which is pretty pathetic. I will say that.
When are we going to talk about how the refs keep apologizing for the Jets for missing and making bad calls? This is becoming a pattern. Another apology. Did we get to this?
Apologies. I think no, I don't think we did. Did we? I don't remember seeing this.
Fourth $100.
Yeah, I told you to send another one.
Oh gosh, King Cat, thank you, bro.
Should have got to you sooner.
Oh no, we did read this. This is when I brought up the Jets roughing the passing penalty thing. Yeah.
Okay.
King Cat, again, thank you though. Still freaking unreal for you. Support us like this. Richie, I can hear the fear in everyone's voice. There's been a shift and they can feel it. Jets defense going crazy. Let's go Jets! Dude, this is what they hear in the back of their minds. Especially TD. Woo! We coming.
Who did the Jets play Sunday, Richie?
The Giants.
Ooh. Yeah, that's
the Giants have been playing good. The Giants have been playing better, which scares me, but the Jets still got to win that game.
Tyrod Taylor's been balling, bro.
He has been, man. I picked the Giants to win that game. That's one of those games where, you know, the first time this season the Jets are favored, sports betting wise, which gets me nervous. I like being the underdogs. Miami cost me the chance to win $3,000. Never again. Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Cost me a chance to win.
Seahawk
man.
fan too.
Maybe
Seahawks
you learn
fan.
your lesson.
I
Don't
love
ever
Geno,
bet on
man.
the Dolphins to win a big game.
Bills are still the reigning champs until we aren't. Bills are struggling, and there's no excuse. Pats played great, so props to them. Go Bills. Miami garbage.
Can we stop with the reigning champs? Okay, you're not champions until you're actually champions. Winning division Mickey Mouse banners without actually being champions is that's peasant shit. That's my favorite word.
Peasantry.
Peasant. That's peasant shit. Yeah, that's peasantry. So stop with the peasantry. Okay.
Jets have the
Jesus
best
Christ.
linebacker duo in the NFL. Facts. The best cornerback trio in the NFL. Facts. Oh, wait. Our defensive line is our biggest strength. Can't wait for Black Friday. Miami offense is fraud. I mean, hey, this man spoke the truth. Best linebacker duo in the NFL. Two top five linebackers the Jets have in C.J. Mosley and Quincy Williams. Our cornerback trio is unreal. And then our D-line is leading the NFL in pressures. Whew.
A lot of yourself.
And they have not given up more than one touchdown the entire season in the second half. So the Jets defense is here, and the Jets defense is only getting better, baby. If only this offense could score touchdowns, then we're going to be unbeatable. Hey, guys, Jets are coming for the division. Yeah, we are, Sean. Come on. Keep it up. King Cat is a damn credit card scammer. I love you, King Cat. He's not, Zach. That's going to wrap up all the super chats. You guys want to wrap up the show?
Listen,
Let's go ahead and do it.
listen, man. I'm about to stream the Monday Night Football game. If y'all want to come hang out with me, answering questions and checking on my sleeper picks. But I can't wait to Wednesday night. We got to talk about this matchup. I just think that the whole division just came alive with what happened on Sunday, man. I ain't feeling my best about what's going on, but I need us to beat the Patriots and the Chiefs, and we right back, baby. We right back, feeling good about the future Super Bowl, baby. So I'm gonna let Super Bowl rest for a week. And then I know we're gonna get right back. All right. We all right.
Damn.
I mean, TD, can you at least admit this?
No.
You're not going to admit it. I'm not even going to bring it up.
What is it? What is
Richie.
it?
All right,
What is
guys.
it?
Wednesday night is going to be the great show, previewing everything. I'll save it for next week or on Wednesday. I won't bring it up now. Unfortunately, sorry, guys. Only 831 likes. Not going to do it.
I was going to
So,
say that.
Master at Work, his videos, his great videos, is not going to be able to be shown. Very disappointed in you guys. But just kidding. I still love you all. Thank you for all tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Your boy on my channel, this close to 20,000 subscribers. If you guys want to go help me out and get your boy up there, we're going to do a 20K celebration show on my channel sometime whenever I do hit it, whether that's this week or maybe my channel starts stinking it up again and then I don't lose all my subscribers. Oh, hopefully that doesn't happen. But no, guys, appreciate all the support on my channel. And to all the Dolphins fans and Bills fans that probably hate me right now, just know it's all fun. It's all fun and games, right? It's all love. I love you guys. I love all the support you bring to the channel and all the trolls. I love you all. It's a great time, man. This AFC East division is very interesting, and I cannot wait to see it really shape up throughout the rest of the year.
I will say this. I've been really slow with my channel. I've just been super busy with work. But if you guys want me to upload my Dolphins or Bills video on this channel, you get me to 18,000 subscribers on my own channel. I'm like 50 away. So if you're watching this, 50 subs away. I don't really care about it, but since y'all couldn't hit the like button, at least sub to my channel. If I'm going to put this effort in, y'all better just sub to my channel. You know what I'm saying? And I'll upload the video in about an hour or two. It'll probably take me like an hour to edit. Not really much, but get me to, I'm like 50 subs away from 18,000. Just go to my channel, subscribe. I know I haven't really been pumping out content like that. Just been too busy, but I promise I'll do better. So yeah.
Damn. So since we're all plugging that, I'm about 100 and some change away from 19,000. So
let's go, Dan.
Knock it out, baby.
Okay, Dan. Okay, Dan.
Shirtless Dan, almost near 19K. What a freaking beast. Well,
Yeah,
again, guys, appreciate you all. Maybe we'll show the video Wednesday night. If you guys we can hit the 1,000 like marker then. Excited to take the call-in show on Wednesday night. I feel like the Patreon members are going to have a lot to say to you gentlemen. Luckily, I can sit back while TD and Dan gets ridiculed. But that's going to wrap this up, guys. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for all the support. Cannot thank you enough, as always. The AFC East Roundtable's out of here. Enjoy Monday Night Football.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
See y'all
Peace.
soon.